before we go. This story broke in the last hour. The men's world number one tennis player, Yannick Sinner, has been cleared of any wrongdoing after twice testing positive for a banned substance in March. The Italian tested positive for low levels of a metabolite of clostebol, a steroid which can be used to build muscle mass. The International Tennis Integrity Agency found that he was inadvertently contaminated by the substance by his physiotherapist. You can read all about it on our website, bbc.com/sport.
Sport Today is a BBC Sport production for the BBC World Service.
KLAS FM just presented the BBC Sports Today. It's sponsored by KNet. Your best bet reminds you to bet responsibly. And Hawkeye Electoral Security, securing what matters most.
Bimol Auto Limited, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores, 114C Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 24 Colorado Road, Bandiville, 16 Main Street, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by B-Mul Auto is 1 p.m.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations. And yeah, you may not recognize the voice, but it is Euclid Orville Neville Higgins the first. Yeah, man, Zidane won't be in today, so I'm flying solo today. Yeah, I must say it's good to be back. I took a few days off to do some business/pleasure in the States and things. Afraid of flying, boy. I tell you, every time I'm supposed to take a plane, return Christian the night before, give my life to the Lord and all that kind of stuff. Afraid of the flying, but it is becoming more and more obvious to me that this is something that I would have to do more of, because there are some demands where you can't meet while staying in Jamaica. And more, I can't keep saying no. You get me? So I will have to do that. So big up all of the people and who are listening now who made that trip possible. Let's say I'll be able to buy myself an extra trip. Enough of that though. I must be, speaking on that one, I must big up to Nick the caller. Yesterday evening I called Nick at very short notice. I realized that the man was, because the flight is from Mobile, or was from Mobile. And the man who was supposed to serve me couldn't make it. And Nick is somebody that come from the Western. Reach out to Nick Plant. Brethren, the man ensured that I got to Kingston in style. I can't tell you how stylish, but proper style. So big up to Nick. And from time to time we may disagree on the program, but Nick embodies the kind of spirit of me. Reached out from Mobile. The man didn't hesitate. The man ensured that I came last night. Quite late. Flight delay and all of that. We left 3 hours after the flight was supposed to. The disadvantages of not traveling. Yeah. Nick ensured that my ride in boosted, proper boosted too. So big up Nick. All right, so sometimes we talk some sports. The JFF. I am prepared. I wasn't listening to the program or to any radio program between Friday and tried to get back into the swing of things this morning. And I realized that the JFF has softened their position on Leon. They have softened their position. It's almost as if they are now prepared to have some kind of compromise where they as a result of the new coach, they will not take the kind of hard line stance that they were prepared to take. So I reach out to Mr. Speed this morning, and he's preparing for his CONCACAF what you call it, Caribbean Pirates. So he wasn't able to come on the program because I think he might have match 7 o'clock tonight. But he did send me some voice message relating to what is the JFF's new position on Leon B. I have the voice messages and the voice notes now, so I won't preempt what he's going to say. So I'll just get them played. You have them lined up, Nick. It's a conversation, but he knows I will play them on here. I just send you another one. He knows I'll play them on here because that was the whole thing, because he won't be able to come. So it is Mr. Speed responding, among other things, to me saying, is the JFF saying, is Rudolph Speed now saying something different from what we heard of the General Secretary in that newspaper article a few days ago? He sent me some voice notes. I'm gonna play them. I haven't even gotten the chance to vet them. So keep your finger up on the pulse just in case Mr. Speed says something where nothing to say. But this is what Mr. Speed was telling me earlier this month.
When we were employing Coach Stephen McLaren, we had agreed, President Jinsek, everyone had agreed that Bailey was free to resume playing for the Jamaican national team. And the coach did say as much at his press conference that we had to introduce him to the Jamaican media. Going forward, the normal rules apply. And the rules are the manager of the national team would contact the player and the club to play for Jamaica. The player would acknowledge in various different ways. Sometimes it's a call, sometimes they send back a message, WhatsApp, inquiring about tickets and telling the manager when they want to travel. They prefer traveling dates either to come and to go back. So I don't see anything different to what Mr. Chung was saying. All he's saying is that in the last case, what really transpired was there was conversation between the coach and the player and the player representatives. And that's what caused all the issues, because these representatives were saying, well, I said, I'm not playing. So all Mr. Chung is saying now, the JFF is saying, listen, if we do call you, which is a coach prerogative, you must reply to an official channel that yes, you're coming. Right. With that being said, when the manager sends a invitation for a player, both to the players club and sometimes to the players representative, players respond in a different way. Some player would call, some players in a WhatsApp message, some players instead of replying to the mail would just say, when you send me ticket manage more come back one day after, a manager can send me by the same night. So they would reply now right away. Not some of them will not just say yes, me confirm, but based on how they reply, it is affirmative. Then the manager and them would have some agreement as to what the details are. JFF is just saying, and this is nothing different. In the last situation, apparently based on what happened, there was conversation between the coach, the player, and the player agent, and then you couldn't decipher who was saying some, on both sides they were saying different things. So all the JFF is saying, make the communication be official. That's it. So I don't know what the media has read into all of those, but that is the situation right now. The coach is responsible for picking the team, and he was even asked, can you discipline the players by yourself? We don't want to be involved. And he said yes, and that is it. That is it right there. We left it right there. So to use one of your favorite expression.
What do you get from that? Mr. Speed is telling us that the coach now has the right to pick Leon Bailey. Essentially what he's saying right there is that unlike what has happened on previous occasions, Leon Bailey, as well as every other player, will now have to reply through official channels. Official channels mean you indicate, I suppose, in writing whether or not you have accepted this. So that in a nutshell is what it is. Mr. Speed is, however, saying that he doesn't know why the media scenario being played. It is a difference, certainly based on how we want it. We had gotten the impression that before Leon Bailey is called, before Leon Bailey, he had to indicate in writing whether he's available or not. What Mr. Speed is saying is that if he's called, he has to reply in writing. Now there's a slight difference, but there is a difference. There is a difference in you have to write to us to tell us that you're ready. That's scenario A. Scenario B is if we call you, we want you to write to us indicating your willingness to play. Subtle difference, but different. The new coach will be able to pick Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey will be able to represent you. But Leon Bailey will have to put out in writing or some other form of official communique that he has accepted the invitation. So nobody else will be able to speak for Leon. And Leon, it can't be a discussion where the coach say he may come and then you hear Leon say me or me not come. What now has to happen to Leon is that he will have to indicate by himself whether he's coming or not. And I suppose to make it as transparent as possible, they have said that not only Leon, but this is now standard operating procedure for all players. Tell me if you're not happy with that one now. Tell me if you don't understand the difference between the two positions, as certainly as I had understood it, and whether this is an adequate middle of the ground position, because it is a middle of the ground. For example, we had heard that Leon Bailey's suspension was suspended. His selection was suspended. That is no longer the case. That suspension of him not being selected has been lifted. All right? Before we go any further, I just want to big up YouTube. You want to see visuals, you can turn to YouTube, Sports Desk Omega KLAS. Remember, our Instagram page is Omega KLAS. You can download the KLAS app and the Omega Radio app from your app stores if you want to join us. All right? We go to the calls. All right, we take the first one right now. Hello.
Great Orville, great Zidane in absentia. How you doing, man?
How are you, big man?
I'm super good. I'm gonna send some pictures to you and see if you can get over your fear of flying. But I'll send that off here, obviously.
Yes.
No, Orville, remember the last call you said I'm a Bramble call and I don't, changed your view. I'm a big Bramble caller.
Yes.
All right. That Bramble call I made, do you think it was saying exactly what you have just read?
I don't think
so. It was, because I was saying the JFF can't be facing a special rule for Leon Bailey to do any signing. And I said, would it be okay then if he let his attorney do it, or what if he was others?
No, man, but they are insisting that he now does his directly communicates with the JFF. That's the very opposite of what you're suggesting.
No, it's not, because I was saying the coach is the one who must be in charge of that, not the JFF.
No, but Leon Bailey will have to respond himself to an invitation to the squad. You don't understand what was read or what was said. You weren't listening. Hello? We lost him. You want to take the break? Let's take the break. And come right.
Clearing personal, non-commercial shipments at the port? Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
Register now for the 10th staging of the annual Good Samaritan 5K Health Run Walk, Sunday, August 25. Run, walk, and wheel for the special needs children served by Community-Based Rehabilitation Jamaica. Early bird registration, $2,000. Register now at my.raceresult.com. The proceeds from this year's run will go towards buying a bus to transport the special needs children and caregivers at the facility. Warm-up 6 a.m. Race time 6:30 a.m. The Good Samaritan 5K Run Walk, August 25. Let's do it for the children at CBRJ. Help us, help more.
Jamaica, get ready! August 25, 2024, Cheswin Park, Old Harbor Road, St. Catherine comes alive with the SDC P20 Cricket Finals. Masters Finals starting time at 10 a.m. Bushy Park Masters from Clarendon versus Angels Masters from St. Catherine. Then at 2 p.m., it's the SDC T20 Cricket Competition Grand Finals. Links United from St. Anne's face off with Fairfield United from Manchester. You cannot afford to miss it. Bring out the entire family. Come cheer for your team. Admission adults 1,000, children under 12 free.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading. For financial news and the latest...
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so welcome back. Is GC that caller the new team? Do we still have him? Hold on. All right, make a footprint. Remember the number 876-968-8117. And you know it go with me. I like to have a few new callers in the mix as well. So if you're listening, 968-8117. Footprints, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
To everyone that listens to this program right across the world.
Yeah, man.
Listen to me. I'm not pressure Bailey too much, man.
We're pressuring.
Yeah, man. Them are pressure you too much.
What?
Them are prove something against it. Why them doing that?
Why them doing what? Did you hear Mr. Speed a while ago?
Yes, them are it come like similar like what them that bring after first.
I don't understand.
Yes, similar like.
They are pressuring him. What they are saying now, we know, is that the coach can call it.
Yeah, but you have to put a pen and paper.
No, what they are saying is that the coach going to have to call players formally. It's not just reports that you know some call a baller. So the ballers will get an official invitation. So we send a letter to you. High Footprints, Jamaica will be taking on Cuba November 6th. Please indicate your availability. Auntie, you will now have to reply in a similar official capacity. Yes, coach, or yes, JFF, or I am prepared and I'll make myself available to play against Cuba November the 6th. Whatever. How is that pressuring you?
Listen to me. This is my speculation.
Yeah.
Bailey now put himself and in that. Me can tell you that.
So when he gets an official invitation, he will not give an official reply.
All right.
But why wouldn't he? And what they have done, which now makes it transparent, every other player will have to now do this as well. So they're not asking Bailey to do anything that they're not asking the rest to do. So if they're invited to the national program and you're going to reply by yourself, not your agent, whether you're available or not, I don't see how that is pressure.
All right, the whole of it, as a Jamaican, want to Jamaica football.
There's some breeze in your background.
Yeah, all of us as Jamaicans that want to see Jamaican do good in football.
Yeah.
It's our culture in our way. It's similar like a Bailey is showing, Kakati, both, majority of us feel like that,
Yeah.
So, that would just make him just enjoy thing and me know it though.
But how are they stopping him from enjoying them things? I could understand your stance when we
not gonna put no pen, not gonna put no pen and paper.
So when them invite him formally, what
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No. So I'm asking you now. So the right to Bailey in the telling him that he's invited to the squad.
Yeah.
What you suggest that them should make Bailey?
Yeah, he must say him ready.
Right. Yeah. So what them want to do is to
orally ready, yes.
Oh, so him not go answer by email or by. But no, but people done with pen, man. It's email or them something there. It's not.
No, man, that sound like a proving thing, man. And it's not pressure to use too much, man.
A pressure you call that?
Yeah, man, I call that pressure, man.
So when them invite every other player and ask them to reply formally whether they're available or not, they are pressuring the rest of the players too.
Since Bailey thing, they're gonna happen to other players after Bailey thing. Is that happening? Is that the plan?
It's pressure. But I mean, I understand why you call it pressure, though.
They're going to be after Bailey thing, every player it got to. That's so now here.
No, man. Normally, they used to write to players inviting them before. And what the JFF is saying is that not all times they got official responses. Sometimes the players will say, all right, coach, what time game or other communication that you can know them interested. What they are now asking for is an official, yes, I am available. Me can't see what's wrong with that. You invite me for your work. So let us say you wouldn't something, you invite me formally for your work. Then you would have want me formally respond, eh?
They don't know the background as Bailey already. They might go and go to my world big box.
So
it's like that, the cockatoo,
Even when them compromise, even when them have a compromise answer, right? That suspension of your selection is no longer. Can't remember his selection was suspended. In other words, before now, the previous coach couldn't pick him without him writing to JFF.
Yeah.
That gone. The JFF is saying that suspension is lifted since the new coach has come. But he will still have to reply formally if and when he's invited. We don't understand why you said no pressure.
We are going to see where we're going, but as me tell you, I'm not come after find there.
Him not go do none of that.
Yeah, do nothing. Go do nothing. Pepper say, yeah, I'm ready out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm ready.
And you have no problem with that?
I don't have no problem with that. But I have a problem if I have pressure you for you to think like a letter and then ready. No.
All right, sir.
That not sound good. We not deal with you that way, man.
All right. Disagree with you 100%, but I hear your footprint.
Yeah, man. Free up the youth, man. Free up the gene.
Free up the youth. So,
right, nothing, man.
When we call him, we don't need to hear from him. If we just go and prepare, and if him come, him come.
Yeah, man. Of course.
At that say you think the big man?
Go and go World Cup in the Virgin.
No.
Punishment thing.
Footprint. You are saying that when we invite him, we don't expect no answer from him. If he come,
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of big man footprints, man? You can't answer that.
Virgin. No, we're not talking about a disorganized, indisciplined man in the squad now for match the whole team. No.
Me I talk about me I talk about You are saying that when them call Leon Bailey, they shouldn't force him to reply. Them for us go and call the squad, and if him show up, him show up.
Yeah, man, of course.
All right, so I'll leave it there.
Of course, because them approve some against you, them in
Bram-
this chapter and Virgin.
Bramble start to the day.
Full out in the Virgin, a month left for qualify for World Cup enough to reach up that stage in the Virgin. I can't go on with no foolishness. They come like some psychological side, somebody in the JFF. No one Jamaica qualify for the World Cup.
All right, footprint. I hear you.
Both angles in the Virgin.
I hear your footprint. I disagree with you on that one. Yeah.
Some look studying first in the JFF, no one Jamaica qualify for the World Cup.
Why would the JFF not want Jamaica to qualify?
That psychological way. Liam Bailey a big ball line on the can't do without Liam Bailey, you know.
All right.
No one qualify for World Cup in the brother, you know. So the man am clear.
All right,
You
so
know,
JFF.
If I'm in the scene, Jamaica create more of a chance for the man that on the field, Jamaica.
The JFF probably going to get maybe 10 million US if we qualify. You're saying somebody up there now want to qualify.
You don't have to bring Bailey in the team, no matter what. Or no one the man put pen and paper, pay me for this and do that. If you don't want to qualify for World Cup, Virgin, now we not do a play around Virgin.
All right, leave it. There's some footprints. I hear your argument.
Yeah, man.
Cool. We go to footprints. We go to back to JC. JC.
Sir, yes, sir. I was just finishing my 3 minutes. But you see, I'm glad the tide is turning because I believed originally they were singling out Bailey, which is the impression Dennis Strong gave.
Yeah.
Also, I believe this was an ultimatum. No matter how you want to be stuck with it, sign this or you're not getting it. I am now convinced that Rudolph Speed, because he's a footballer there, the football brain there, Rudolph Speed, and thanks for taking care of our future Manning Cup winner as well, Mr. Speed. But you see, the thing is, Speed has now put some football clarity in it.
Yeah.
It's not an ultimatum. I believe Bailey is one of the superstars. Whether you like it or not, superstars have to be treated differently.
It's a softening. It's a softening of their stance. That
yeah,
much is
it is. And this is why I was saying when you and Zidane said it was Bramble, it was not what I was. It was not Bramble.
What were you saying for me to say Bramble?
Coach, look, no, I was saying that you cannot tell Bailey to write anything. It's not fair. That's basically what I was saying. You were saying because he did this and that, and I was saying no. The JFF don't have a moral authority to be taking that stand. Have they apologized for any blunders? Well, that call came after
Nobody
you were
again, Jason. Nobody told you that the JFF wanted any apology.
No, I had to hit it quickly. It's not an apology.
Thank you very much.
I said that, no. Look, I made a call after the call, subsequent. But I forgot you were not on here. It was just me and Zidane.
Yeah.
But I was trying to say that the coach must have the right to decide who. It is the coach's decision. And if the JFF wants to block his decision, make it go worldwide. That's basically all I'm saying. The coach has the right. It's a senior coach.
All right.
He has the right. If he wants Bailey and I want Bailey, then Bailey can respond. And
now that they have lifted the suspension on Bailey, but is insisting that he himself responds officially. Do you think that that's a hardline position from here?
I don't, because I know Speed is a bright football mind. That's not what will happen. He's not going to have to write any email. He must just tell them he wants to play. And he can do that through the coach.
No. He has to.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. The coach now can say Bailey wants to play.
No, but that is not what Mr. Speed is saying.
No, but Speed said you can WhatsApp. That's what he said. You can WhatsApp.
Speed is saying, and I will play it back, that you have to reply officially.
Right, but you heard what he said. That
from you.
But you heard what he said, that many players respond in different ways. Some call and say, I want to leave today, I want to leave the day after. Some send a WhatsApp. That's what he said.
Yes, but he's now saying, I'm going to play it back. He's saying that now everybody will have to reply through
Yeah,
official
well,
platform.
I tell you what, once it's everybody, Bailey will have no problem. Craig Butler wants the best for Jamaica and Leon Bailey. He would have no problem saying, Bailey, let me write the email for you that you want to play for your beloved Jamaica. And problem solved. And you help get us to World Cup. That's the main aim.
Okay.
Anyway, I won't hold up the show. I really want to talk about the sports that should not be in Olympics. But you gave me 6 minutes in total, so I'll do it another time. Welcome back. Big up Zidane wherever he is.
Yes, Jason. Not a bramble call today. You were fairly reasonable today. All right, we'll take a break and come right back.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year, going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price both you too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
It hurts if you don't check first. The excellent customer service, our staff is knowledgeable and trustworthy. And we have a wide variety of supply society, and the price is right, yes, it's worth it. The solution to your auto parts needs to one-stop shop, and we deliver to. So if you can't come in, just link with our WhatsApp or call and make your order. And remember, there's no other. So it hurts if you don't check first. So there's no need to search. It hurts if you don't check first.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feed for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Omega Radio Network. Wake up! This is Chopper Ranks, and you're listening to the Omega Radio Network.
This is Bishop John Wayne Manning, Senior Pastor from the Omega Church International Ministry. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is in your neighborhood. Top of the hour to you, ladies and gentlemen. I am Bishop John Wayne Manning on the Real Talk Show, where the talk is the talk and the walk is the walk. Tune in and listen to our programs Monday through Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. on the Real Talk. Good morning, top of the hour to you and your family. Tell a friend, call a friend, and tell them to tune in and listen to Omega Radio.
Thank you, Father. Just like Moses crossing the Red Sea. Thank you, Father.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. Leeds United captain Ethan Ampadu has said the team still have full confidence despite a difficult start to the championship season. The Whites, who lost to Southampton in the championship playoff final in May, have drawn with Portsmouth and West Bromwich Albion in the league, and fell to a 3-0 defeat by Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup. That is Sport in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives one gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
Tune in to German Morgan, aka Brother DJ Frisco, on your radio. Friday nights at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. inside the Midnight Serenade Radio Show. And Saturdays and Sunday mornings inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. You will be motivated, blessed, and receive a word in time with DJ Frisco in the mix. Tune in, and stay connected.
Just Bet! It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game, from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. All right, welcome back to the show, and we have Jesse Blake. Jesse, are you the boss?
Well, good afternoon to you, Mr. Higgins. How are you?
Boy, I'm alive and kicking.
That's good to know, my friend. That's good to know.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. So let's get straight into it.
Yeah, man. Right now, sure.
Tell us what we're doing today, or tell me the games that we're looking at.
All right, let's start off with a couple of playoff games for the UEFA Champions League, shall we? Some games are being played this evening, or this afternoon, kicking off at 2 o'clock. The time for Lille taking on, for example, Slavia Prague. But we are going to look on two other teams that are vying for spots in the group stages of UEFA Champions League. Malmo out of Sweden will take on Sparta Prague of the Czech Republic. That game takes place tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon local time. The winners of this two-legged tie will qualify for the newly expanded 36-team Champions League. The losers will drop down into the Europa League. It is Malmo, the Swedish champions. They celebrated winning a record extending 23rd title last season. Here it is that they come into this one feeling good. They came from behind to in their domestic competition to win 2-1 to maintain their 9-point lead at the summit of the Swedish top flight. It is Sparta Prague, who's also in a buoyant mood. They've kickstarted the season with an impressive 9-game unbeaten run in all competitions, winning 8 times and scoring 22 goals. Well, two teams that are really feeling good about themselves right now. And according to the Just Bet final result bet option, it is a home team, Malmo, that's the favored team to win, at $2.30. Sparta Prague come in at $2.90, and the draw attracts odds of $3.33. Right into correct score betting. We shall go. For those who have never heard of how this works, can you predict the score of a game and that's the correct score? At the end of regulation and stoppage time, it can pay off very well for you. Do remember that you can place a bet on any scoreline that you think is the correct scoreline for each and every football game. For Malmo, hosting Sparta Prague in UEFA Champions League playoff, first leg action tomorrow, 2 o'clock Jamaica time in the afternoon. Take advantage of a number of correct score bets, including if it is Malmo winning by 2-1, so that's Malmo 2-1, would pay $4,250 in winnings with a $500 bet. Malmo 2-0, $6,000 on offer with a $500 wager. Malmo 3-1, $8,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Sparta Prague to win by 2-1 would pay $5,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. Sparta Prague 3-1, $10,500 on offer with $500 work. Sparta Prague 3-2, $13,000 on offer with only $500 work. Just some of the many correct score bet you can exploit for Malmo hosting Sparta Prague tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Jamaica time? Well, two teams playing very well right now. I'm liking Malmo in this one. Going to be taking the home team to win by 2-0. $6,000 on a hold, a $500 bet. Taking Malmo, $2.30 straight up.
Malmo for the Bobman.
All right, Malmo for the Bob Marley. Okay, Malmo by 1-0 would pay $4,000 even with a $500 bet.
All right, my friend. What's the other one?
All right. Also, tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Jamaica time, another first leg of the two-legged tie for the UEFA Champions League playoffs. And this time around, it will be the boys out of Switzerland, young boys, taking on the Turkish side in the form of Galatasaray. Now, it is a young boys. They have not won, though, any of their 5 league games thus far this season. 8 of Galatasaray's 14 European games last season were high-scoring affairs. They had over 3.5 goals in 8 of those 14 European League games. Well, it's Galatasaray that fell short in the Europa League knockoff playoff round last season. They lost out to Sparta Prague, but they did top the Turkish top-flight football competition, the Super League, and will be aiming to reach Champions League group stages for back-to-back seasons. Of course, we spoke about the team that they'll take on, young boys who've had that disappointing start to their campaign. The hosts, they've taken just 2 points from a possible 15 in their first 5 matches of the new season. They are looking pretty vulnerable when they face this Galatasaray side. However, according to the Just Bet final result bet option, Galatasaray is favored to win the game at $1.83. It is young boys of Switzerland who are the underdogs in this encounter at $3.80, and the draw in this encounter attracts odds of $3.66. Now, do remember that correct score betting allows you to maximize on your winning potential. You won't find a better option in the sports betting market. And for young boys hosting Galatasaray tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Jamaica time, take advantage and exploit a number of correct score betting opportunities, which include Galatasaray by 2-1, $4,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Galatasaray 2-0, $4,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Young boys by 1-0, $6,000 even with a $500 bet. If it's young boys upsetting Galatasaray by 2-0, $10,500 on offer with $500 work. If it is that Galatasaray wins, though, by 3-2, a $500 bet would pay $10,500 in winnings. Young boys, 3-1, $15,500 on offer with a $500 bet. I think young boys will be looking to put their best foot forward at home, knowing that if they don't get this home game, all 3 points from this, it's going to be tough to win in Turkey against an inspired Galatasaray team. A 1-all draw, $3,250 with a $500 bet. Taking the draw, $3.66 straight up.
I'm going 2-1 for the visiting team, Galatasaray to win 2-1.
All right, 2-1 in Galatasaray's favor. You're looking at $4,000 even with a $500 bet.
All right, what's the final one?
Final one, a team that, of course, is more popular in this side of the world. Chelsea will be doing action in Europa Conference League competition. They're in the qualifying stages. They will be taking on Servette out of Switzerland as well. This game takes place at 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, Jamaica time. Of course, the Chelsea preparing for their first journey into the Europa Conference League. They face a compelling matchup against Swiss challengers Servette. Should be a pivotal clash at Stamford Bridge. Now, this initial leg of the playoff tie, it not only sets the stage for potential group stage qualification, but also marks a new chapter for Chelsea under the guidance of new manager Enzo Maresca. Let's get right into the Just Bet odds for this one. And the odds have Chelsea handily winning this game at Stamford Bridge Thursday at 2 o'clock. According to the Just Bet final result bet option, Chelsea heavily favored to win at Servette out of Switzerland, the underdog, at all of $12 straight up. The draw attracts odds of $6.66. Correct score bets you can place on this game include, if it is, that Chelsea wins by 2-1, a $500 bet pays $4,250 in winnings. Chelsea 4-1, $6,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Chelsea 3-0 though, you're looking at making $6,600 in winnings with a $500 bet. Now for Servette, correct score bets include if they win by only 2-1, $18,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Servette, the Bob Marley, One Love, would pay $20,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. But if Servette manages to upset Chelsea by 2-0, that pays at odds of $101, which means that if you place $500 on Servette to win and they beat Chelsea 2-0, it's $50,500 in winnings for your $500 work. But that's not going to happen, y'all. Chelsea 4-1 for me. Make it $6,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Chelsea at $1.15, not that great. So if you're going with Chelsea, correct score betting all the way.
I'm going with Chelsea to win 3-0.
3-0 in Chelsea's favor. 3-0 in Chelsea's favor. You're looking at $6,600 in winnings with a $500 bet.
Indeed. Take us to the break, my friend.
Well, we previewed some of the outright bets that you can place for the English Premier League. We do have those for Spain as well in La Liga. The outright bets are really bets that cover the entire competition, such as who will win La Liga. You can bet on Real Madrid. They're the favorite at $1.45. Barcelona at $4.30. Atletico at $8.40. Girona, $26. A surprise team from last year. Real Sociedad also at $26. Who made the top four? You can bet on Barcelona. They attract odds of $1.20. Atletico Madrid at $1.50. Girona, $3.25. Athletic Bilbao, $3.50. Real Sociedad, $4.50. Who will make the bottom three of La Liga? Leganes at $2.50. Las Palmas, $2.60. Real Valladolid at $3 even. Also the same amount of odds for Getafe. Espanyol, $3.25. Who will be the top scorer for La Liga? Kylian Mbappe of Real Madrid, the favored goal scorer at $1.77. Robert Lewandowski of Barcelona, $4.30. Vinicius Jr. from Real at $13. Alexander Sorloth at $18. Jude Bellingham at $23 as well. Just some of the bets that you can place for the La Liga campaign. Of course, these bets also available for the EPL and the Serie A. Make it justbetja.com or just bet location near you to get in the game and win big. Of course, Orville to you, your team and the listeners, from all of us at Just Bet. Stay safe, enjoy the game. Catch you guys come Thursday. Have a good one till then.
All right, sir. Just a bit. Big up thyself, sir.
Yeah, man.
And with that, we take a break. That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, one of the best sports programs on radio. The Scoreboard features informative, investigative, and hard-hitting sports discussions with top-quality guests. Join us 5 to 6 p.m. with our A-list hosts as we inform and entertain. That's The Scoreboard, Mondays to Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so those of you who may be joining us late and not hearing the very latest in, shall we call it, the JFF Leon Bailey saga, did speak to Mr. Speed this morning, but he's busy trying to break Cavalier for their game later in the Caribbean Cup. The game being played at Sabina Park, by the way. So this is what he told me in a series of voice notes. They're not long. And you can comment on it. Here we go.
Manager sends
No, give me from the top.
Where yo
no
when we were employing Coach Stephen McLaren, we had agreed, President Jinsek, everyone had agreed that Bailey was free to resume playing for the Jamaica national team. And the coach did say as much at his press conference that we had to introduce him to the Jamaican media. With that being said, going forward, the normal rules apply. And the rules are the manager of the national team would contact the player and the club to play for Jamaica. The player would acknowledge in various different ways. Sometimes it's a call, sometimes they send back a message, WhatsApp, inquiring about tickets and telling the manager when they want to travel, they prefer traveling dates either to come and to go back. So I don't see anything different to what Mr. Chung was saying. All he's saying is that in the last case, what really transpired was there was conversation between the coach, and the player and the player representatives, and that's what caused all the issues, because these representatives were saying, well, I said I'm not playing. So all Mr. Chung is saying now, I mean the JFF is saying, listen, if we do call you, which is a coach prerogative, you must reply to an official channel that yes, you're coming. For a player, go to the player. Right. So with that being said, when the manager sends invitation for a player, go to the player's club and sometimes to the player's representative, players respond in a different way. Some player would call, some players in a WhatsApp message, some players instead of replying to the mail would just say, when you send me ticket manage and manage want to come back one day after, a manager can send me by the same night. So they would reply now for right away. Not some of them will not just say yes, me confirm, but based on how they reply, it is affirmative. Then the manager and them would have some agreement as to what the details are. JFF is just saying, and this is nothing different. In the last situation, apparently based on what happened, there was conversation between the coach, the player, and the player agent, and then you couldn't decipher who was saying some, on both sides they were saying different things. So all the JFF is saying, make the communication be official. That's it. So I don't know what the media has read into all of those, but that is the situation right now. The coach is responsible for picking the team, and he was even asked, can you discipline the players by yourself? We don't want to be involved. And he said yes, and that is it. That is it right there. We left it right there. So to use one of your favorite expression.
All right, to use one of my favorite expressions. All right, some text messages now. What do you think about all that? All right, we'll come back.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Hey, Orville, Brigadier here. Be careful how you take time away from the program, as it's not the same without you. Trust me. Anyway, the English Premier League is back with a bang, and it would seem as if the competition will be really keenly contested, as usual. South Africa whitewashed us, and I actually expected it too. You're proving to be right again with your assessment and remedy for West Indies cricket. Hey, the texters have started being nice. Good afternoon, Orville. Please play the questions that Mr. Speed was asked and was responding to, so that the listeners can have a better understanding of the context. Well, it's me I talked to the man. So I don't remember which. It was a conversation, but the context was clear in this case. Afternoon, Mr. Higgins. Footprints clearly don't understand what Mr. Speed is saying. It goes for all the players. Common sense really don't come on anymore. This is Nico. Somebody else says, Orville, flying is the safest means of transportation. The chances of a passenger being killed in a flight anywhere in the world is about 1 in 13.4 million. On average, 3,200 people die every day worldwide from traffic accidents. You are more likely to die in a motor vehicle accident. This is Rudolph. Rudolph, me hear all of them there. But me feel safer in my car than in a plane. I know what the odds are. And usually my mind is very rational, and I go with the number. But boy, we need one play. What made it worse, from Mobile to Orlando on Friday. 1 hour, the plane, what you call it, a boost word? Tarmac. The pilot said there's lightning storms around Mobile Friday afternoon, so the plane can't lift. Me, who petrified about flying naturally, the pilot said we can't move. So for 1 hour, the plane was just there on the airstrip. Can't move because lightning storms around Mobile. And I'm like, Father, what me doing life for this service? But eventually the pilot said we can go. It takes an hour and 40 minutes to the Orlando airport. I don't think I breathed properly for 1 hour and 40. I'm afraid of the flying, but sometimes most of it don't have to be. There's opportunities, there are things to do. We can't keep saying that. All right, let's leave it this. We take the first one, then the first one after the break. All right. Hello, who is it? SG.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, SG?
Yeah, new caller.
Oh, new caller. Every time he there's a one new caller, I have to call. Worse if I'm here solo. So, big up. Where you calling us from?
Kingston.
All right, SG. SG is your initial?
No, yeah, it's just a little incident that happened at work one time, and it's so happened that the field I'm in at.
Yeah.
Only issue they, develop every now and then. I'm come and like, point it out and get it done.
Yeah.
And then somebody said something to me, and I said, no man, I'm a simple genius, man.
Oh.
And then the next day I come at work, my youth just turn to me and say, SG, and then from there.
I'm from the same stock. All right, simple G. What say you to them?
Yeah, but that's call me a person earlier on. Called footprint also.
Footprint, yes.
That was the on the situation. The man have me a laugh because, boy, I tell you, as a man say, come on no more. Me actually think the JFF, because of the way them love flap, by asking was to doing certain things, was also putting themselves in the position to be more farmers, which they love it.
Yeah.
But now that them come down even further down, and people still a call a complain about the obvious. I call you tell me yes. Do it in writing, or send me a WhatsApp, voice note, whatever. So I can eliminate the process where it happened between Al Grimson and Leon Bailey and Craig Butler, where you say and me say and me not say and you and all of these things.
Yes, sir.
So it's quite obvious what the JFF is asking for and what we Jamaican people are supposed to be holding people accountable for is to be more professional. And that's only me seeing the JFF moving in a more professional direction. Simple that.
I don't see how any other conclusion can be drawn.
Yeah, and people can understand. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
The Premier League, at Chelsea, I'm a team. But I can no longer tell myself that Chelsea I'm a side because if Bailey a play, Aston Villa play against something, I want Bailey to good, I want Bailey score. So it's like eventually, you understand, so I'm not going to sit here and say, boy, I'm one of them persons against Bailey. Because I want to Bailey in the team.
Right.
I think him is an asset to the team.
Yes.
But, the back and forth and the whole situation, it not sound good, it not right. And we have a new coach, and the direction of the JFF take, I'm hope that them continue in the same direction in whatever them do moving forward. Be a little bit more professional, put things in writing so we can hold people accountable, whether the JFF, the player, or whatever. Too much time to see something at the past, the players. Match can't come out to players, and at the final minute, the players is not there, and nobody can tell me. It's always personal reason and all of that. And I just think that where we are now, it was like a situation like that.
Yeah.
We just put on a player because we think saying would have come because in same love Jamaica, and then all of a sudden, and the JFF can't go back and say, boy, so we never get a confirmation from the person.
The JFF is eliminating Craig Butler out of the equation. We're going to write to you, Leon. You will have to respond officially yourself. We don't want to talk to nobody. Even if them reach out to agent, you're going to have to respond. to we direct.
Yeah, and of course they are all professionals, so
yeah,
we can hear them. And the next thing, I do want to touch on, like yesterday, me hear what was it, Dwight Chateau?
Yeah, what did Dwight talk about yesterday? Was he cussing me out?
No, it's never had cost.
Oh, thank
But
God.
here, he was going back on the Vivian Richard, Craig Brathwaite situation about that them first set a game and the average to see who was better at the time. I know I never see Vivian Richard back at that time.
No.
And sometimes in a short, at the beginning of a person's career, within a certain amount of gates, you can, if you the eye test can tell you at that time that this player is going to be a world-class player, even though him average may not add up. And also your average cannot add up because you may play in, say, a 12 innings and you make a 100, you make a 70, you make a 60. Then the rest of innings, then you probably make
But you
just
notice
one or
how
two.
all of a sudden Dwight is not using runs per innings to tell what. Remember him come and say runs per innings is better than average. You know?
Yeah.
But yet he's telling us about Craig Brathwaite and Viv Richards at the early start of their career. And his average me matter.
Yeah, but even the average can also not indicate the fact that I didn't see Vivian Richard when he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Can even say him probably make 150 and then for the probably 5 out of the next innings he make some low score, which I go bring down him average way down.
Yeah.
But then knowing that this person is far way better than what his average are sure. So that would have moved forward with selectors and person who is there to see exactly who this person is.
All right, it's simple genius. Call more regular, my boss. Me like the name.
All right, boss.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, man.
New caller to the show. We want a few more before the program done. You know it go. I like that. 968-8117 is the number. We take the first selection and then do I see correction online? We're coming correction. We're coming back after that.
Make a plan to stay on top of your mortgage. Stick to it. Pay on time. The time by the MHD is
2 o'clock.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we just want to remind you that our YouTube channel is up and ready. Sports Desk Omega KLS. If you want to see visuals to go with the voices, you can go with us on YouTube. Sports Desk Omega KLS. Our Instagram page is Omega KLS. And if you want to listen outside of just regular radio, it's download the KLS and the Omega Radio app from your app store, right? We're welcoming the listeners on the Omega Radio Network joining us from all over the world right now because Omega has broad reach, you know. So right now we are being joined by Omega Radio listeners from different points of the world. Welcome you all. All right, we take the first selection, and it's one from George Noakes, and it's called Feeling Brand New.
Father God, Lord, your love has made me strong, and for that, I'm all yours. Lord of mercy. Oh God, I'll never find the words, Lord, to tell you how I feel. You God, mere words could not explain. Yeah, gracious Lord, you held my life within your hand, created everything I had, taught me how to live again. Only you care when I needed a friend, making my promise. Oh, this song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. Oh Lord, I thank you. You make me feel brand new. For blessing me, I adore you. Almighty God, I love you. I sing this song for you. Father God, I adore you. Yeah. My Lord, whenever I was insecure, you build me up and made me sure. You gave my sense of pride back to me. Only you care when I needed a friend, making my promise. Oh, this song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. I thank you. You make me feel brand new.
Yeah, so George Nooks saying the other man feels brand new. Big up yourself, George Nooks. That's our first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. We move over now to correction. Remember the numbers. I need at least two more new callers. 968-8170. That's all it is. 968-8117. Correction.
Yo, sir.
How are you, correction?
Boy, I never know say they night back night.
Yeah, man.
Thinking it's still over Uncle Sam there.
No, sir. You don't want people tired of you know them to them places.
I can't selfish done you take away yourself.
Yeah, man. You did it. It better you did it and people say, why you have to leave so quick?
Yeah.
Then people say, oh, when you say you leave again. You don't want that.
True. No. Let me hear your play since not too long. Because I call up the road this morning.
Yeah.
I want me hear, why am I not telling me up the road, say some callers saying, I don't that me here from the thing why I know.
What's the difference?
The difference is there might be a little softening in terms of the requirements that is not necessarily a letter, but it's a speech you can text. But in other words, the principle remains the same. You have to make an official signal that you are ready to play.
Yes.
And available to play.
Yes.
You understand? Now, what I was being made to understand this morning is that basically everything is done and dusted and the player can just come play.
No. They will write to you or communicate with you officially, and your response back to them has also got to be
official. Good. Then I see nothing much different. You know.
Well,
I mean, because me even hear Zidane here yesterday while he was, I don't remember if it was the same caller that called just now, JC, that he was saying whether letter or text, but you have to show something. Well, we have to have some proof that you say yes, you are ready to play.
Yes.
You understand? And that is my stance. That
yes.
The JFF need to have something on record to say that the player, they can point and say, this player indicated their availability this day at this time.
Not to the coach.
Exactly.
But to the federation.
But to the federation.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. So sometimes people like to twist what is being said, and I think that was being what was
correction
in this morning.
There's a credible radio show hosted by credible people, and there's another show with a loudmouth guy who does start forget effect. You decide which is which.
No.
Yeah.
At one point again, he hinted this morning that that Speedy told him that the player good for selection. Then if Speedy tell him that the player good for selection, why he came out ranting that the man them mash up the program and the man them
did you
run with the coach?
Did you ask him that?
No, the thing is, I never heard it. I never heard a thing. He said that based on what Carla said. I said to him, I never listened.
No. Did you ask him why in claim says Speed tell him that, but yet he must still cuss
no,
him?
man, it's when I come off the radio, he into that.
Oh, well, the next time you talk to him,
you know, so never arrest him, man.
If you're given the chance.
If I'm given the chance.
Because you see, when you hold him on him flip-flopping, he won't allow you to say a piece.
No, but him try to talk over you and try to twist and change the narrative of the argument and try to push the argument somewhere else.
Yeah, you ever hear them say correction?
Mm.
And it's a little complex, but listeners and you, here it is. That every critique of art, it's a literary saying.
Yes.
Every critique of art tells more about the critic than the critiqued. Do you understand what I just said? Listen it again.
So.
Every critique of art tells more about the critic than the critiqued.
Yes, sir.
In other words, 5 men get up to look on a painting and will give their own criticism of the painting.
Right.
Quite often, what they will say tells more about them than the critic, than the painting.
Exactly.
Which means that you come, this guy, this loudmouth, obsessed guy, who may cut him off and it's still a hurting, keeps saying, I am disingenuous, I am the liar, I am the one who shift goalposts, I am the one who is trying to win arguments. When all of those descriptions match him more than it match me. He's only telling us who he is. Good, sir.
All right, look at that, some sports.
Yes.
No, me here, do I chat too much, you say?
Yeah.
Trying to convince Zidane again with this little foo-foo argument, saying that Mr. Viv Richards, yesterday was using Craig Brathwaite, saying that Craig Brathwaite came to the senior ranks as a much more accomplished cricketer than Viv Richards.
At a certain stage.
Yes.
Mm.
And Zidane was at pains stating to the man that you can't come to that conclusion. You can't reason sports like that because you have to look now at the quality of opposition that Brathwaite is facing now, opposed to the quality of opposition that Viv Richards was facing in his time.
Yes.
And under any circumstances, whatever you do as your craft, you started out at point A, and once you stick to it, you will eventually get better.
Yes.
You understand me? And the man was at pains trying to tell Zidane that what the figures are showing, that players can come into the senior ranks, right? They normally get better.
No, but correction. Don't allow yourself to fall into all of that. Do you know why that comparison is being made?
Why?
You don't remember the genesis of where this argument is. All Dwight is doing is putting red herring across the tree.
Mm.
All of this comparison between Brathwaite and Viv at
Yes.
that early stage is
Oh,
irrelevant.
the Uber argument.
No.
Laura.
No.
Which one?
I made the point. He's
Yes.
saying that one of the reasons why the West Indian cricketers are good,
Yes.
or somebody else say it and him agree, is because of them want to beat the colonial masters. England.
Is that argument?
At this side, come.
is it
Hold the
genesis?
line. Let me give you a minute.
Cool.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get nothing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's not instant, it's a money gram. So check your phone, your money land. The MBS money transfer. See it faster, easier. Sign up for DMBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out behind the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. The MBS money transfer.
Register now for the 10th staging of the annual Good Samaritan 5K Health Run Walk, Sunday, August 25. Run, walk, and wheel for the special needs children served by Community-Based Rehabilitation Jamaica. Early bird registration, $2,000. Register now at my.raceresult.com. The proceeds from this year's run will go towards buying a bus to transport the special needs children and caregivers at the facility. Warm up 6 a.m. Race time 6:30 a.m. The Good Samaritan 5K Run Walk, August 25. Let's do it for the children at CBRJ. Help us, help more.
It hurts if you don't check first. The excellent customer service, our staff is knowledgeable and trustworthy. And we have a wide variety to supply society, and the price is right, yes, it's worth it. The solution to your auto parts needs to one-stop shop, and we deliver to. So if you can't come in, just link with our WhatsApp or call and make your order. And remember, there's no other, so it hurts if you don't check first. So there's no need to stay. It hurts if you don't check first.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, correction. Dwight Chateau is just drawing smoke screen. Somebody said that the reason why West Indies was a dominant force was primarily because they wanted to beat up on England, them colonial masters, or beat up white people. And I made a comment that West Indians, when them 20 and 21 and 22, and never they saw them start, they were good in cricket.
And that was what Zidane was trying to point to.
They were good in cricket from them a youth.
Youth, right.
And when you're a youth, you're not thinking about beat up white people. I was making the point that this argument that we were a special cricketing nation is because we want to beat white people was joking.
Right.
Michael Holding at 13 and 14 wasn't thinking about beating white people when he was developing his craft. Neither Viv, neither Hoop, neither Lloyd, nor Lara, nor none of this.
Right.
I said Viv Richards, them were good cricketers before them start playing test cricket.
Right.
This fellow called Dwight Chateau, who reasoned like a 6-year-old, suddenly is now making the argument about how good Viv cannot be good when he play at that age.
So why was he selected to play?
That is the argument. The argument was not whether I'm better than Brathwaite. The argument was that Viv was good at cricket. That's why Lee would pick him.
Exactly.
No, I'm not arguing that Viv was any better than anybody else. But Viv was a good cricketer. And then I made the point. Him say if no runs we use and determine good cricketers. Now, when I say I was a good cricketer at Manning, was I lying? It depends on who you're comparing me to.
Right.
No, so?
Yeah, exactly.
Viv Richards got selected for Antigua at 19 years old. Or at 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Which means that Viv Richards, I don't know what the population of Antigua was, as a teenager, was better than most people in Antigua. That is the argument. The argument is not whether I'm better than somebody else. He was a good cricketer. That's why Antigua call him.
Right.
No, so?
Right.
Now, Dwight is now saying him couldn't be good because in first class figures were this and that. That is a man trying to be genial, Nova. And that is what you must do. Laugh. Because that is what that argument is. Laughing.
Well, no. If the man was so good, why was he selected?
That is my. If you are good enough to be selected for Antigua, then you are a good cricketer.
Why?
The definition of good doesn't necessarily mean what Dwight is trying to make it out to be. I was a good cricketer at Mannings, my boy. I'm in a play first class cricket. It depends on what is your definition of good. Now, as much as Mr. Kalupa, them not special, but
Right.
Kalupa was a good cricketer. You cannot play test cricket and be a good cricketer.
Exactly.
Now, all we need is to understand that good in some context is different from good in some other context.
Right.
Orville Higgins was a good cricketer when he go back. You have to play first class cricket to say you're good. Rubbish. I'll leave it there. It's English language and generalship. I get that brother. General telling general all himself.
Wait, Tom Zidane.
Not here today.
Oh, okay.
All right. CC. Hello? CC.
Hello?
Is CC this?
No, not CC. Sham.
Sham, how you do?
Good.
You're a new caller, Sham?
Second time. I did call with you for the first time.
All right, Sham. Big up. From Port. Yeah, man.
Yeah. With Jamaica national team now, I'm kind of heavily concerned with the chances of qualifying in the way how the grouping and the formatting set up. So I know never a lot of people know, but when we make it through to the next round, it's just 3 groups, and only the group winner have an automatic qualification
right
to the next round. Right? If you ask anybody,
no, only the group winners have an automatic.
Automatic, yeah, precisely.
To the World Cup.
To the World Cup, the next 2 best.
Yeah, you said to the next round.
Sorry, to the World Cup. To the World
Right.
Cup. In the next round, that is, right? And the 2 best second place teams, I think, qualify for intercontinental playoff.
Right.
If you ask anybody, or if you ask me, I would say the 2 best teams is like, are the 3 best teams are concerned about is Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras. Specifically Panama, Costa Rica. We would want to do our best to avoid facing those 2 teams, which would mean, say, from our end, all we need to do is stop our group from this second round that we are in now, or whatever they call this round.
Right.
And it looks sticky because next year, when we play Guatemala can literally come to the office and just set up shop and you're in a draw and then top the group, because they already did a lot of work in giving, I think, one of the Virgin Islands team 9-0. They can come here, draw, and pretty much play the next match and then top the group. And then we end up in our group with Costa Rica, Panama, and a tussle to top the group.
Yeah.
So with what it already happened already. So what we need to do is, based on how me watching the team to Copa America and through the years and all of that, we need to improve the chance creation. Because highly likely we're going to book up in our team next year of Guatemala, where they're going to sit behind and they're going to soak up pressure, worse them away from home at the office. And I don't think Jamaica create enough chances. That is probably highly because we don't have good midfielders and all of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we create it. So it's very interesting to see how we use these 3 months coming up, the break in September, October, November, to find a way in terms of how we are going to play, how we are going to create chances, how we are going to do all of that. For years and years, we see a lot of coaches have tried the long ball. That's one suggestion. Try the long ball, but we tend to don't have at all enough striker to win the first ball. And then when the second ball fall.
You don't think Bowser is at all, do?
But you don't win a lot of aerial duels. which is weird.
Does he get a lot of opportunities to win the era? It's not
When
like we
they
are
play
going
the
to win
long
and
ball.
square a bag of ball to him.
No, I mean when all right, speaking in terms of progressing the ball from back to front, right? 'Cause we try to do that a lot now when we have it from the deep position. So we try to play long ball. That is what we call long ball. You know, when them see the keeper kick it long when we're under pressure and all of that, and we try enough to pass through the lines.
Right.
We kick it long and then we don't win the era ball and we don't win the second ball either. We're not set up to do any of that. But we try to play through the line, we either lose possession or something happen and we end up not creating a chance. Like in a Copa America, we really don't create a lot of chances.
True.
A suggestion I can put forward is we have a lot of talent on the flanks. So I think we need to improve more on our wing play. We have a lot of wingers, we have a lot of wing backs, which you could say are higher quality than who we have in the midfield. We have a lot of people in the midfield who don't play midfield at the highest level.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to improve in our wing plays. Too much time you see them agree, see fast, they and be able to get the ball and nobody overlaps.
Big man, I have always said that the best chance we have is to go back to that system that Simon is playing. 5-3-2. You play with a sweeper to give you that extra coverage at the heart of defense, and you play with two overlapping wing backs. Because, like you have said, when it comes to knocking the ball and keeping possession and creating opportunities in the middle of the field, we hardly go and compete with the Costa Ricans and Panama.
Yeah,
what we can exploit is we tend to have fairly speedy wing backs who are sometimes as much as a threat than some of the midfielders. But just play that extra man in defense. Allow your two free wing backs the latitude to go forward. I think that is our best chance to win football games, especially when you're at home.
Yeah, because that is where our talent is. In the central area, if you think about it, Art, when you look at the forward players, we have talent, Premier League talent. Defenders them fairly good. Premier League talent runners. But when you come into the midfield now, no offense to them, we have a championship guy. We have a man who play the Premier League, but in which is Bobby, he don't actually play central at all at that level.
Yeah.
And then we have a defender playing in the midfield.
Who is
Sometimes we have a Damon.
Oh, Damon. Oh.
Yeah, so we don't really have a midfielder playing at the highest level. We have so much, people keep on talking about we have this better talent and best chance, but with midfield is so subpar, it's not even a joke, because these men don't play midfield at the highest level.
Yes.
They don't play midfield
the
at the
people
highest
who play at the
level.
highest level are the attacking minded.
Exactly.
And the goal.
And yeah, and if you want to say Ethan Pinnock.
Ethan Pinnock in the field.
Yeah, all of that. So we have a good team right round, but not in the midfield.
Well,
which is why the biggest problem where we have chance creation problem. They didn't do a bad job, as I said, in terms of possession wise, because against Ecuador we had comparable, I think 50-40 or whatever possession, but we're not creating a chance. We're not creating no chance. When it comes to the final third, as you said before, Boza don't get a chance to score like that.
No, it's not like him missing a whole heap of goals, which means that
precisely
he's not getting a lot of opportunity.
So it's very concerning when we come up against a Guatemala who is highly likely going to do that, all of that defensive things, and we don't have no profound way, no evidence from me watching them to see how we're going to create chances against Guatemala. I can't see it. So which is why I say I have high concerns about this World Cup campaign. So based on how it look, if we can find ways, we can use these 3 months and the Nation League if we find we are playing with the new coach, then we're going to probably end up a draw next year at Guatemala and end up in our Panama Costa Rica group, and then
a lottery from this.
Yeah, lottery.
Sham, you're a good addition to the program.
All right. Yeah,
me like how you sound very, very, very measured. No look like you know what you're talking about. I like it.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, cool. So that's a fairly new addition called Sham making some sense. We go to Mount Salem now. All right, Mount Salem.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, it's 2 minutes to the break, so I can get a minute or two after the break.
Yes.
Yes, I think do I chat to Mr. Higgins? A lot of we are really say about this and that about do I chat to, but do I chat to got to be no disrespect to him. One of the first one speak one of the most bramble. Well, consistently the most bramble on this radio. You know.
I agree.
Sometimes I wonder if him really sit down and listen to what him say before he come on the radio. To what him I go talk before he come on the radio. Because even if Viv never that good at 19, put it say never that good at 19 or 20. That means the youth program would not be the best way forward in terms of from 6, 7, 8, 9 year old I come up. You go have the late where did I put it now?
Late bloomers they call them.
Yes, you go have that and you go have the ones them where they're good from them small. So I don't understand what you are trying.
Don't allow the white to draw you down the road. He's coming with an argument that I was making. You were hearing what I was saying to correction?
Yes, man, I was
hold a lot.
Your taxes hold the key.
Need to pay your property tax, motor vehicle certificate of fitness fee, or a traffic ticket? No need to join the line. Go online. Service at your fingertips 24/7. That's right. All these services and more are available online at jamaicatax.gov.jm. Fast, convenient, secure. Visit the How To tab on our website or call 888 Tax Help for details. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bay West Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. Raheem Sterling's career seems to be spiraling downwards, as he has been left out of Chelsea's squad for their Europa Conference League playoff first leg with 7. Thursday's game will be the second in succession that the 29-year-old England forward has not featured in a matchday squad after he was omitted from Chelsea's Premier League opener with Manchester City. That is sports. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Mount Salem, you're still there.
I've been listening to this show 10 years before I start, before I become a caller. And one thing I learned from you, Mr. Higgins, over the years, you always tell us, don't use an exception for the norm. Just like you just say, no single act no determine a league.
Right.
A league game or not a league game, not a league season. No single act no determine a league season. So like with somebody that say, oh, a referee call, cast, you get a bad referee call for the first game or the second game in the league, and then come May, you say it determine
yes.
It determines whether the person wins or not.
No, that's rubbish.
Yes, you always remind us of that. So do I just can use no one exception?
No. But come on, don't say that. You know what argument he's responding to?
Go on. Let me get it clear. Then maybe not get it clear. Go on.
I said somebody came up with a suggestion that part and parcel of why the West Indies were so dominant or was so dominant back in the 70s and 80s was because of their motivation to beat white people.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I countered that by saying these West Indies cricketers, them never just good when they play test cricket. They were good cricketers before. When they were 13 and 14, they weren't thinking about beating up the white people when them in their formative stage when they might develop.
Right.
And I said people like Viv Richards, them never does get good when they might play test cricket at 22. They were good cricketers from all along.
Fear. That's what Beyond I said. I think that's why I said to him.
No. And then Dwight's argument now is that they weren't good.
That even as I'm saying that even if Viv Richards was not good as what he's saying. Although we know that he's good, but give him that.
No, man. No. Don't go down that road. The minute you can make the Antigua national team, you're a good cricketer.
You're a good cricketer because, especially in that time there.
That's my point. I am not.
So
the argument is, how do you understand the word good to mean?
Yes,
Dwight is saying that if you are not averaging Ray in a first class cricket, you're never good. Everybody who plays first class cricket is a good cricketer in the
Right, true.
Every single solitary person who plays first class cricket is a good cricketer.
Especially not in time there.
Even now, my boss, I'm saying I who played Headley Cup was a good cricketer.
Yeah, fear.
Now it comes down to definition of good. And I'm saying, based on the definition that I was using, Viv Richards in his teenage years was a good cricketer. All of a sudden, Dwight has changed the concept of what I meant by saying him never did average not in a first class cricket.
True, that's true.
That is the argument. The man was playing first class cricket. The man was a good cricketer for the sake of my argument that these people never got good the day when them start playing test cricket.
Yeah, fair point. But last quick thing, the people that says that JFF to be professional. I think they are being professional right now, no? And they might even sharpen them stand. But let me ask, if Leon Bailey come, will things that he asks for, will he get those things?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Have a good day.
Cool. All right, we go back online then. Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Dangerous in 5 minutes here. How you doing, Mr. Higgins? Welcome back to the show.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Higgins, you and Zidane need to go to the dentist on this Leon Bailey thing. All right? It's as plain and as simple as that. And no amount of jumping around and trying to reshuffle the deck and trying to change what you say will change what happened. When all of this came out, I was very clear. I said the statement of the JFF after that press conference was confusing, and it sounds like it runs contrary to what was said during the press conference. I also called on another day, and I said I've never heard of any organization, football organization, asking for a player to write to them to state if he's available and do that in the media. I said all of them stuff that is unusual. I'm quite pleased that Mr. Speed has moved to correct some of the stuff. I see him trying not to throw the general secretary under the bus. But to me, it's clear that the general secretary spoke out of terms. And as Mr. Speed said, normal rules apply. Isn't that good, Arjun? Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Isn't that good, sir?
If what's good?
Well, all that Mr. Speed has said. Normal rules apply.
Okay.
Isn't that good? Which means that the rules that we had before will now apply. And players can choose their own media, the normal media, whether they want call or they want voice note or whatever.
No. They can't call him.
Oh, you know that. He said that?
That is what the man was saying. You didn't listen.
No. He said players choose whatever.
No, what he was outlining is what players used to do.
Where in your... I hear you play the thing twice.
No, man, that is.
I heard that you play the thing twice. And in both cases, I hear him say, damn, players choose the way that they want to communicate.
He was,
and all he wants is for it to be, he said, official. I think he actually means that he doesn't want any ambiguity.
Big man. And me talk to Mr. Speed, I know you.
Yeah, and you play the voice note. So
I'm telling you the content. He was, when he spoke.
Tell out Mr. Egan's, rather than argue, just get Mr. Speed to come on the show.
He have a game.
No, not happening today. Not happening today.
That happened tomorrow.
Come the day after. They are the big man. Let's get Mr. Speed to come on the show. All right? Different gear now. How much time you have left? 2 minutes?
You started at 37 after. It's now 2:40. So yeah, maybe 2.5.
Again, when Craig Brathwaite go and play test cricket, and him wet the bed the way him wet the bed, it's so much test series now Craig I wet the bed for us. Like since the start of 2023, not true?
You have 2 minutes.
Since the start, so why I get so touchy? Yeah, man, since the start of 2023, it looked like Craig I wet the bed. But when him wet the bed again, and somebody come on your show, and say, oh, I'm to Craig Brathwaite, oh, come not good. And say, boy, the cricket does different. Back in the days of Liv and all the man that did good because the man that did good from them did smart. Craig Brathwaite did good from him smart. Craig Brathwaite started playing first-class cricket when he was 16, and he was averaging in his first years of first-class cricket way better than Viv Richards, who was averaging 25 in his first 3 years. Craig was averaging 40. So when Viv did start first-class cricket, he was not good at that level. Craig was good at that level. The reason Viv became good, and this is what Dwight Chattu said, was because of the development and improvement to Viv's game after the age of 19. And that development allowed him to be good at first-class cricket and to be good at test cricket. Craig Brathwaite remains very good at first-class cricket. His average now is 45. But he's not good at first test cricket because he has not upped the gear. Hug up that big man. Dangerous in 5, we'll call him another day and talk to him again.
Who we have next? CC, how you do?
I'm there, man.
Wagwa.
Yeah, more ask a question, Orville. What will apply to Leon Bailey that is not applicable to Mikel Antonio, Bobby Reid, Andre Blake, etc.?
No, based on what? The thing is, everybody will be now treated the same.
And all right. So basically, what it is saying is that what is going to apply to Leon Bailey is applicable to all of the players.
Yes.
So so then before, because I think the initial statement that Mr. Chung was quoted as stating seems as if what the requirement for Bailey to come back and play for the team would have been different than the requirement for Mikel Antonio to come and play for the team.
That's the impression I was getting as well.
But you understand what I'm saying? So that means what Rudolph Speed has said has thrown that out of the water. So that the impression that Leon Bailey had a different requirement to come and play for the team than Mikel Antonio is no longer so. Can we conclude that?
Apparently the suspension has been lifted. So yes, I think that there is a difference.
Because here's the thing about it, Orville. I stated before that I was trying to make this argument yesterday when Zidane was on the air to state that when the player indicated that he wanted to take a break, right? When he said publicly that he's going to take a break and all of these things, and his name was selected to represent the team at the Copa America, and apparently he was saying that he was not available. I was stating that at that point in time, had the JFF requested a letter from the player, they would have been within their rights to request a letter from the player to state that why are you not available and when will you be available in the foreseeable future. You understand what I say?
Yeah, ish.
So if that was not done at that point in time, and then there was a suspension of selection of the player, and a new coach comes in, I think it puts back a situation right now. And for the player to come and play, we have the same rules apply to all of the players. I will lift the selection, suspension, and the player. If the player now, if you reach out to the player, just like when you reach out to Anthony, Bobby Reed, if you reach out to any one of these players, and they decide that they're not coming to play, then they will have to come to say, this is the reason why we're not coming to play at this point in time. Whether it be personal reasons, whatever personal reasons are. You understand, America?
I'm not sure the point you're making. Hold the line for me, CC. Let's take the break and then we try to, be clearer on the point. We're coming.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply. Wine on your tongue. You know wine on your tongue. Drive smart, don't ramp. Wine on your tongue. If a 87 you fi use, put the 87 in your tongue. If you know which fuel you use, vehicle manual fine it. No car in a Jamaica make fi use 87. And a petrol refine it. So use the octane for the car where you're driving. And let me tell you some more. If a 87 your vehicle use, you are rev up the savings for sure. Know your tank fuel right. Your pocket have a smile. Rev up the savings. Savings on every mile. Brought to you by Petrojam, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, CC. What's the point you're making?
Yeah, no, the point I'm making is that a lot of persons were running around.
I hear there's some breeze in your phone.
Sorry, it's becoming the outside. I was saying a lot of persons were running around with the idea that the player had to do something special or different than any other player that chooses to come and
no man, that was the position at the time.
Yes, so I'm saying to you, the position at the time that they had held, I felt that position at the time didn't have any weight and to hold that position. So
the new coach has come and the JFF has softened their stance.
All right, so even I'm saying to you that the JFF be softening their stance. They had to soften their stance because at the end of the day, if a player is available out there and the coach is trying to get this player, it is going to come down to the coach. He's going to say,
"No man, they never had to soften. They choose to."
Let me put it like this:
yeah,
you want a reputable coach, and you're going out there to get the best coach available in the market, right?
Yeah.
You have one of the best players in the Premier League right now, a player that is going to play in the Champions League. There is a little minor issue that you're talking that you would have said.
Minor is your word.
All right, minor is my word.
Yeah.
All right.
The JFF may not have thought the issue was minor.
All right. So
you're leading the witness.
All right. So the issue with Leon Bailey's situation was he came out and said something publicly. But my thing about it is that what prompted the suspension of the selection?
No. All I'm saying is what prompted the JFF has softened their stance. All I'm saying is that they never had to. They choose to. You are saying that they had to.
But may I ask you what prompted? I'm asking you now. What prompted the selection suspension?
Because the JFF was confused as to what Leon was saying, different from what Craig was saying, different from what the coach was saying. And they said, listen, until we not decide no mind one deal with. Plus Leon Bailey had said with him now and play fake news party.
So you're saying to me that prior to Leon Bailey stating what he stated, when the JFL when they're sending an invitation for players to come and represent the national team, they did not use formal channels.
Not always. Come out of the breeze, no CC.
Sorry, yeah. So not always.
No, the formal channels wasn't always the stipulation.
So you see, come back down to me and say, Orville, they weren't using proper protocols in the first place.
No, so is that you say? I never that you say yes. That you say no.
No, me I said to you, they weren't using proper protocols, and the selection suspension because of the fact that they weren't using proper protocols. They never necessarily had any leg to stand and suspending the selection of the player. Because they weren't using a uniformed protocol to select players in the first place.
No, the issue with Leon Bailey is disciplinary.
Yeah, but I'm saying this thing about confusion and the fact that 3 different people are communicating a different thing. I am saying that if you were using proper protocols from the first place,
what was the proper protocol that it should have been?
All right. Formally, you reach out to the club, requesting the services of the player, and you reach out to the player. If you are going to reach out to, remember, an agent cannot turn down a call up, A player has to do that, An agent cannot turn down a call up. So the player, Craig Butler can't turn down no call up, and he can't accept no call up.
And what about
Leon Bailey have to do that?
And I'm saying quite often it was Craig that was doing all of this negotiation on behalf of Leon. Now the JFF is saying we no longer will be doing that.
All right, and I'm saying to you, the JFF should have done that a long time. And because they did not do that, when you suspended the selection of the player, I felt it was unfair at that point in time. And if they were to go through some arbitration,
no, they suspended the selection of the player until the player decided to reach out and make the channels official. Now they are saying, okay, so you don't have to reach out to us first. We go and reach out to you, but you go and now have to reply officially.
Right. Which is fine, but I'm saying to you that what the JFF has done is correct their protocols to fall in line and in uniformity, and then now they will select players based on that protocol. And if players do turn down a call up, they will have to do so through the formal channels.
All right, that's a fair point.
That's what I'm saying. So I believe because the protocols weren't uniform, then you basically have to remove it, fix the issue, and then going forward now you go under this protocol.
Fair
I think what the JFF did was the right thing to do, because that's what I was advocating for.
Fair
So
point.
leave the suspension. Leave the suspension, as I said. Let's just complete the thing. Leave the suspension, fix the protocol, go through the formal channels. Don't necessarily deal with an agent, because an agent can't turn down or accept a call up. And go through the formal channels through the club and the player. And then if a player turn it down, they have to submit through the formal channels why them turn it down, and them letter of unavailability or whatever method of unavailability, and then when will they be available for a selection in the future, and if you have to accept it or if you have to take it up with FIFA. Yeah, so them do the right thing now.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, man.
I understand exactly from whence you came.
All right, no problem.
Big up
yourself, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. CC making some good points. All right, where we going now? Hello?
Number 1 in the world, man.
Hey, this is the great Mammy Bean.
Yes, man. Number 1 disciple as usual.
Yeah.
Well, some Mammy Bean in for deeper crap talking, because sometimes I really wonder if some of these guys think before. I'm on Salem and me ask that question there. Me wonder if them guys just think out them thing before they come on radio with some little, hey, sure.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Anyway, big up yourself. Little Samson anyway there, big up yourself.
Yeah.
I was listening to the commentary, the South Africa West Indies match.
Yeah.
Boy, we put up a little resistance. But here my problem. There were the commentators, one of them were saying that one of the South African bowler reminded them of Winston Benjamin. You remember Winston Benjamin?
Yeah.
I think they were brothers, Winston and Kenny.
No, they weren't brothers.
They weren't brothers. Okay. But they were two very good bowlers for us. You remember Orville?
Yeah, man.
But what I get from the commentary, Orville, especially when Athens was batting, the commentator was saying over and over again, these guys do not know how to move them feet. Now, Orville, if you wait until you reach 22 or 23 to learn how you're going to move your foot to a spinner, then how you expect you're going to figure out, Orville?
Let me explain it to you again. These guys, when they were 14 and 15 and 12 and 16, use the method that they are currently using in Test cricket to do well and come through the ranks.
Stand up and deliver.
Whatever batting style they have they are using now
Mhm.
is the style that got them to test cricket. So if them now use them foot, is because it never necessary for use them foot when them a come through the
Because
rank.
there weren't any bowlers to test them moving
There
their
you
feet.
go.
But then Orville, this is a very big problem, because guess what now, Orville?
Yes.
And as the commentator was saying, listen, if you don't learn to move your feet from early, then what they say, what gone by the morning can come good at evening.
Difficult.
If you don't learn to dance, then them guys don't have girls, them not go dance with girls.
No, man,
Orville.
it's no matter with the girl and that.
No, but what I'm saying, then they
It
can't
has
dance.
nothing to do with dancing, man. We can't take them amateur discussion. Because you have man we can dance
No,
and
but
can't
what
bat
I'm
none
saying,
at all.
Orville, foot movement is a necessary
Foot movement
requirement
have
of
nothing to do
any.
with dancing, man. Dancing don't help you to move your foot.
So explain to me. So what them? So how are these guys going to learn to move their feet? You have a special coach for that?
Big man. Moving your feet is
Uh-huh.
moving your feet in cricket is
Right.
simply about one thing.
Uh-huh.
Positioning yourself
Right.
to execute the strokes.
But so Orville, so is the coach doing a good job? Because this
The
comes
coach
down
is
to
getting
coaching
players
now,
with
you
a
know.
lot of faults, my boss. So you get players
Uh-huh.
who were batting mediocre bowling when them young.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't
They thought they were very good.
yes, their technique was getting them runs at school cricket
Right.
and club
And even
cricket
though it
and
was
parish cricket.
flawed, they
Yes.
believe that they were the greatest thing.
When you get high quality bowlers,
Mm-hmm.
then you are going to do the things that got you to test cricket in the first place. So it's not teaching nobody to dance and all that rubbish.
No, let's forget that, man. 'Cause we're going past that. But Orville, what me I try to say now, can you tell me of any cricketer who was not able to move their feet but was very successful? Is there has there been any such
There are
cricketer?
players who use them foot more than some. You know.
No, I'm saying that who does not use their feet.
No, every cricketer use them foot. You can't cut off your foot when you go batting them about. So your foot are fit there when you are batting. You know.
But Orville, you're not understanding me.
Every
So
cricketer,
what
there is
the-
no such thing as a batsman who
So
don't
when
use
the
them feet.
commentator said that our batsmen are not using their feet,
They are
why-
not getting
why-
themselves in the best position to play the ball. That using your foot mean. In other words, if the
Mhm.
ball is outside off, if you're driving, then the foot must be as close to the pitch as possible. If the spinner flight, then you want to use your foot to get to the pitch of the ball. If you are cut, then you need to back away with your foot them and thing. Some do it better than some, but every cricketer use them feet. So don't take that statement literal.
But
It's not like when the ball come, then cut off their
it
foot.
look like our men them not using their feet. 'Cause even Athens, when he got out in the second innings, he just
It's not
turn up
literal.
and flash.
No, man. I thought there are different times when them use them feet. When them go for Miss Haryana and be able to see it. But there is no such thing as a batsman who literally don't use their feet.
Use them feet.
No, don't make that. Don't think that is the literal thing that's happening.
No, I should have known better. But what way me I
Right.
say?
So they all use them foot, but
Mhm.
some are better at it. than
That's it. Can you look at players like Lara, Viv, Greenwich,
Chris
those
Gayle,
guys
for
who took
example.
culture and
Chris Gayle, for example, don't use his feet as much as a Brian
Mhm.
or as much as some other man.
But he was successful.
This man make 2 triple century in a test cricket.
True. Oh, I see.
So, but he did use his feet.
Mhm.
I know like say Chris stand up in the crease and them tie up when they more play shot.
So Orville, so would you say technique is our problem?
Passion is the problem, my boss. It's not enough liquor boy I play, and because not enough liquor boy I play, the quality in our cricketers when them young is not great. So I youth we make him high school team and think him a big bat. Beat up inferior bowling.
And then know the funny thing about it, you have people who go around and tell them that they are big bat.
No, you don't need nobody to tell him that. If you are making hundreds after hundreds like what Craig Blackwaite used to make, then you are going to think you're special. Look at the youth named Jordan Johnson.
Right.
Them youth they make a bag of runs in a little boy cricket.
And I think you have a fellow Stuart Williams used to make a lot of regional
When they
runs.
get to the international level now, they realize, hold on.
Yeah, bowlers work them out.
The
very
method
quickly.
that I was using to get here is because me did I beat up people whenever all that.
Mm-mm.
That is what it is.
So our corner dark again, Orville.
No, you will. You know, from time to time you'll get a few man we can help you, but we
Because
will
when you
never
look
be
at
that
this game,
dominant force that we were
but,
until
but,
we
but
get back that passion.
this game here hurt me, Harvey. Because you want to this game. We had a glorious chance after bowling us South Africa for 160,
You were listening to me that day. I said to you, I said to all of Jamaica, based on what I saw from that pitch and how the ball a seam off of the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
When we bowl out South Africa for 160, I said it here about 10 times. We are going to struggle to
No,
make
you
that.
said it. You said it.
Good. Sir. I said, based on what me I see, we no must reach that 160.
And then even the second innings, all they need, because that's where this Mooti,
yeah,
this guy came down and hold him bottom and try to send off the South African attack.
Understand cricket now.
You understand?
Mooti came when the ball was older.
You see,
not doing as much.
But what our top order should have known, we had 3 days. Just try.
No man, the 3 days don't matter. If you give them 10 days, it won't make a difference.
Me get the point.
Yes.
Them worthless, man.
If your technique to international bowling isn't great, and your ability to score from good balls isn't great, 2 days and 10 days makes no difference to you. So you don't get into the habit of saying, oh man, they have 2 days to bat and could make this score. 2 days is irrelevant. If you give them 10 days to make
just the same result.
Same result.
You are the greatest in our Orville.
Thank you very much.
At least you break it down for your number one disciple. I just visually challenge, man. Even though I understand what's going on, but me still, it just hurts when a man I say we players not using their feet, and you wonder why is this?
All right.
You understand?
Leave it there, sir.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Orville.
We'll take a break. We'll come back.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Omega Radio, in association with the Church of St. Margaret, presents New Every Morning, 10 minutes of inspiration to help you through the day, Mondays through Saturdays at 5:50 a.m. The program comes to you courtesy of KFC. It's finger licking good. The Church of St. Margaret. Visit us on Sundays at 6:30 a.m., Saturdays at 8:15, and Wednesdays at 6:30 a.m. And Quality Equipment Distributors. For all your musical equipment and supplies, contact Quality Equipment and Distributors, located at 4 Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston 10.
Tune in to German Morgan, aka Brother DJ Frisco, on your radio. Friday nights at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. inside the Midnight Serenade Radio Show. And Saturdays and Sunday mornings inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. You will be motivated, blessed, and receive a word in time with DJ Frisco in the mix. Tune in, listen, and stay connected.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, time now for selection number 2. And brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Luciano, and it's called Silver and Gold.
Hey. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, hey, Lord. Many times I have to fall on my knees and pray, so that I may overcome obstacles in my way. My people been robbed and killed for material things. Yes. Brainwashing and plagiarizing is their forte. But I read the book, the holy book, and and abide by rule well, and stay away from drugs and guns and live my life cool. I am not gonna fight them wars for no territory. The only thing I'm fighting for is to rule my destiny. The silver and gold will vanish away, but the knowledge of Jah is forever to stay. They send I as a messenger, so hear what I say. Trust in God is the only way. You're rich or you poor, you can be gone any day. They send I as a messenger, so hear what I say. Lord. Ho, 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 ho. Hey. Ho, 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 ho. Yes. Now this situation is getting so sticky, so sticky. The last time I made a check, I was paying a salary. So technically that makes you my employee. Still you make up all these rules and never ever consult me. Indiscipline and disrespect will surely lead you astray. One thing you can't forget, someday you will pay. My goals were sabotage just to increase your share. Good God, but I'm never turning back, 'cause salvation is near. And silver and gold will vanish away, but the knowledge of God is forever to stay. You send I as a messenger, so hear what I say. Hear what I say. Trust in God is the only way. You rich or you poor, you can be gone any day. You send I as a messenger, so hear what I say. Hey, Lord, oh, hey, Lord, hey, hey. Silver and gold will vanish away, but the good education can never decay. They say they as a messenger, so hear what I say. Trust in God is the only way. You rich or you poor, you can be gone any day. You say they as a messenger, so hear what I say.
Alrighty then, so that is Luciana singing about silver and gold. Alright, so that's our second and final selection. Let's stand an hour to go. Make we hear from some new callers. Do. I love it. 968-8170. Alright, we'll go back on line 2. Economist?
Hello, good afternoon.
Economist, the boss. Man.
Good afternoon, Orville. Good
afternoon
to you. Zidane is there?
No.
Good afternoon to your valuable listeners and callers.
Yes, sir.
But may I beg the man, them smash the like button, please. Go up on the YouTube, take out your phone, and go up on the YouTube and type in the program.
Sports Desk Omega KLA. That's what.
And tell your neighbor about the program and activate the algorithm. Smash the like button.
Yes, sir.
When you smash the like button, money come to the show.
All right.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
Cavaliers Football Club.
Yes.
It's now a powerful football club.
Well, they are the defending local champions. Yeah.
And I see them win another trophy.
And what?
Under 17.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, them beat Harborview.
Okay. Wasn't aware.
You know the history of the club there?
Of Cavalier?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know.
From the days of Duncan.
They were called the Duncan Destroyers.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but them time they are country modesty.
Oh, you live a country.
But me here, I used to read about the Duncan Destroyer.
Yeah, the Cavalier. You have a man, one of the Duncan Destroyer named Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
Him working behind the scene with speed, you know?
Oh, I say go.
Yeah, I want to hear up Andrew Thomas. Yeah, man. Andrew Thomas, you know? Him bring speed to the club, you know?
Oh, I say go.
Yeah, man. Andrew Thomas, Duncan. Andrew Thomas was one of Duncan key ally before him dead, you know.
Okay.
And like him promised Duncan say him a go make sure that the name of the club stay alive, you know.
Okay.
And him bring Speed to the club because Speed good with figures, you know.
You know, accounts Speed of your living, man.
Yeah, man.
One of the things him do for a living.
Yeah, and him bring him to the club and him them get it right. Congratulations, Andrew Thomas and Rudolph Speed. They have the top club in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But more ask you this, Orville. Back to your passion thing.
Yeah.
When me look through all the Olympics that go on in France, right?
Yes.
And my mind reflect and go back at champs. One to all of them Calabar star athletes there who would have win champs all them time there and KC star athletes. How much of them matriculate and come up in the Olympic qualification thing based on your assessment?
Well, the answer is obvious. Most will not make it.
Yeah, that me I say.
But it's not just Jamaica that way now. Is that
No,
yeah.
no, but me I look at me and say, oh, them dominate champs at that level.
Yeah.
And me see some man who is in the back room, when them go link up with Stephen Francis bring them athletes to the world class level and them never shine a champ.
When they say never shine, them did compete.
Yeah, them compete, but them never in the spotlight.
Yes.
You have to rate all Stephen Francis.
Yes, man. No two ways about it.
A man named Woodstock say for hear you.
Big up Mr. Woodstock.
Hey, you have the whole half a tree locked, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, I was coming through the airport yesterday, see. Hey, how people go on like people now rate me out the road? Me can't walk through the airport in peace, you know, but.
Look here, Orville, me ask you.
Oh, Jesus.
West Indies selection policy. Me hear them change them policy.
They have done something that I've been asking for on this program for years. Get rid of selector.
Yeah, that me say, and them have scouts.
Get the coach and the captain to pick them.
So me ask you something.
That's what they're doing now.
Them couldn't give one of them scouting job there.
No, man, I don't have the time.
Oh, you don't have the time?
No, remember me work Monday to Friday. You want a scout who don't have to be constricted to a desk job or to a 9-to-5 job.
Oh.
Well, restricted is the word I probably should.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So me now, you can't ask me if you're gonna be a cricket scout and me tied to media work.
Oh yeah. Mark said this
Every
Harvey,
5
you think
days
West Indies cricket back is against the what?
Depends on what you mean by that question.
Just like when Marcus Garvey said black people now gonna know themselves till them back against the wall.
West Indies will not be the dominant test match forces they were until we get passion back amongst the youth.
Oh, you're gonna get that passion there when you compete with social media.
Well, the youth them still have a passion for sprinting, despite social.
All right, you're gonna put this on the program.
Yeah.
Sports me attack gentle people. More passion me attack.
Yes.
When Vibes Cartel keep him show December, the amount of young people wait to go track. Why them young people are not track to cricket? What Vibes Cartel have that cricket now?
I got
this thing is deep, you know.
I got
it's all about the cash here and the quick money.
No, so that's
how much money one of them West Indies cricketers they get for play?
It's not money make West Indies used to. It's not the love of money why we used to be a dominant force.
No, but the money change.
Oh.
Because Orville, now put this on the program.
Yeah.
If you should do a where are they now?
Yeah.
With all of the dominant West Indies cricketer over the world who is still alive. Most of them cricketer them broke, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not.
When compared to modern day cricket, you know.
Yeah.
I hope them have a pension fund, a good program set up for them all cricketer there. You know.
All right, boss.
Well, you know,
we leave it there. So you have another point?
No, man. To be continued, man.
To be continued. The great economist. All right, we'll take our next one. Oh, we stay there now, Nick. Diego.
Hello, New York, New York.
How are you, Diego?
Oh, you're back in town.
Yeah,
man. I come home this year with the great economist. So now your good friend Andrew Cole is now the West Indies selector.
he is the selector for the test team, yeah? The chief selector.
You have real inside information now.
No, that's not inside information.
No, meaning you're going to know things that we don't know then, all right? Forget about the ignorance.
That's
use
public knowledge.
You have privileged information.
Privilege info. Might be a bit.
Somebody's an English grabber, man, you know. We don't tell you your car thing is that you we call it Cooper, you know.
Yeah, tell me that for 10 years.
10 years.
Or more.
They don't realize it, man. They go pick up things very quickly, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Back to this thing. Oh, I heard you say, you know, you were praying to God. Something happened and you were praying to God.
Yeah.
And you were saying, why you? Why you?
Yeah.
You know, you remind me of when I was watching the show. And somebody came on, there was an AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
Some movie star, some famous man. Oprah, why me? Oprah said, why not you?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that line, you know. As simple as it's, you know. It's very prophetic, you know.
Yeah, man, it's true, man.
When you're going through your thing, why not you?
Yeah. What? Guy, it's going to be somebody, you know.
Thank you.
Exactly. And so we stay. We kind of one track when it comes to thinking about ourselves. Hold the line, Diego. We're coming back.
Yeah, man.
And now we have Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. Now, Mr. Mac, we've been hearing a lot of good things about Three Angels Pharmacy. What is it that makes the Three Angels Pharmacy so unique?
Well, you know, at Three Angels Pharmacy, we offer fast, friendly, and efficient customer service. We give back to our community. We offer counseling, blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks. We do photocopying, printing, faxes, and if we don't have it, we'll get it for you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohan McNally, manager of the Three Angels Pharmacy. For further information, call us at 625-5584 or 295-7469. Three Angels Pharmacy, located at shop number 7, Caledonia Plaza, 7B Caledonia Road, Mandeville.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Diego, back with you.
I'm glad you played that Leon Bailey thing for me, boy, because I tell you about this, man. Not Leon Bailey, Rudolph Speed.
Yeah.
It finally put an end to this letter of availability argument for the last week.
Yeah.
No necessary of letter of availability. But TC made a good point. Very good point. And even Chateau, when the man said...
Speaking the phone, Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. And even Chateau made a point. Normal procedure for all players. No special thing for Leon.
Right.
So it's very simple now. Because I understand normal procedure following football, professional football. Coach, you go do your talking. You go do find out who's committed. You decide who you want. You name your squad, but all I want from you now, coach, is that when they either accept, because Leon Bailey, the coach might not select Leon Bailey. That's why people thinking that he has to select Leon Bailey. He doesn't have to. You might talk to him, or you might see his form on the side, just like West Indies cricket.
Right.
But what we want from you now, coach, is just when you make the invitation, they accept or reject. Just give it to us. Regular email, whatever it is that they communicate you with.
Yes.
Argument done to me is a dead argument.
Indeed.
And I'm glad you said to CC that you try pressure CC. It was a good call.
No, it was.
No, you hesitate to say, right, because he's an elite. You're afraid to get elite.
No, it's because usually CC takes a while to get to the point that he's trying to make. But when he made the point that JFF should have gone this route from beginning. And that now this is the way to go. It's a good point.
Yeah, man. You know what you're going to say? You know what you're going to hear about Diego now when I hang up?
What?
Why, Diego, now you're supporting Rudolph Speedy on the JFF payroll. Yo, we Jamaicans are the best. Now, back to our thing now. Cricket.
Yeah.
Cricket. What I'm going to say to you? Yeah. The T20 squad, man.
Yes.
So you don't know me, you know. Everybody's a G, including you, after the fact. And that's why I always talk to you before as a guru. Because you know, yourself proclaimed as the greatest root of sports, you know.
Yeah.
Especially cricket. So what do you think? Do you have an issue with the squad now?
No, absolutely none of that. Russell asked for some rest, and Jason, them said them arrest them too. And if these two are being rested, basically who they have is who we expect them to have. Is Brandon King in the squad?
No.
So Brandon is dropped.
Well, no, you have to tell me, because you follow it now.
No, well,
whether it's injury or he's dropped, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I know them said Jason.
He was injured. He had some injuries, didn't he?
If I hear them said Jason and Russell are being rested, they only name that jumps out at me is the absence of Brandon.
So what did Andrew Cole tell you?
Andrew Cole did not tell me that.
No, what about the 11 now? Because I like the squad too myself. What about and I think this squad, I expect this is when I am expecting West Indies to win. What about you?
I think we should start favorites, yeah.
No, what about you? So you expect West Indies to win?
Yes. Then that means West Indies
the squad.
West Indies start favorites.
All right, you use your words, me use my words. All right, no problem. But what about you 11 now?
Me don't know what kind of pitch them up play.
Okay, let's say the same pitch that they play the test match on in Trinidad.
Boy, do you go me remember who in my side? To be honest, you catch me.
No, I can't call the side for you, man.
Go on.
I can't call the side for you. Come for like sometimes for the you have Athenaeus Charles, right?
Yeah.
Then you have Hetmeyer, Hope, Poran, Rutherford, Chase, your boy Fabian Allen, Ford, McCoy, and then Shamar Joseph.
Let me hear your 11 and I tell you whether I agree with it.
No, you know, so I never think about my 11. That's what I call the fall.
Yeah, pressure me for my 11. And you'd have your 11, brother.
When you want to get paid for millions of dollars, you're going to just a 5-minute call and you're incredible.
All right, put it this way. Right, who are the bowlers?
Well, you have Ford, McCoy, the two spinner you don't know. I'm going to call them out. Hussein and Moti.
Yeah.
You have Ford, McCoy, and Shamar Joseph. Then you have Chase as the all-rounder, Fabian Allen, and Shepard.
All right. And is 13 that?
I think it's 13, yeah.
Right. Fabian and maybe Shepard wouldn't start for me from the names you mentioned.
So you outed Fabian. So, all right, because if that means you're going to have the two spinner, then Ford thing there, Moti and Hussein, so you don't need Fabian, you're right.
Right. And
Fabian and who's out?
And Shepard.
And Shepard. So now we can figure it out right now if we have the time. Right. So we're going to open up now with Joseph and Hope, correct? Charles
and Hope.
And this then is my 6 batsman then now. So you must have Edmeyer, Poran, and Rutherford in the middle. What says you?
And Hope. No, I can't remember you have Chase as well, you know.
Right.
So Chase is
there, number 6.
Right.
In the middle, it doesn't matter.
Yes. Left out, Chase is floating for me.
So we're just going to leave out Athenaeus, Shepard, and probably the 14-man squad.
Oh.
We're going to leave out Athenaeus,
and Fabian and Shepard.
And Shepard.
Yeah. So we play Rastan and the two spinner.
Right.
And then we play the two pace.
That is 3. 2 pace now, which is McCoy. The 3 pace, Ford, McCoy, and Joseph. So that's 5.
No, those 3.
Rastan, man. Rastan players are all around there, you know.
No, those 3 pace can't play in mine.
So who are you going to leave out then? You can't leave out McCoy and Joseph.
Right.
So Ford get left out. Okay. And the batsman that get left out now is Atenes.
Yeah, probably. I'd have to sit down and
you're going to leave out Charles. You can leave out Charles too, you know.
Charles, but who would open who will say I got open? Shea Hope?
No, I have Charles and Hope. Yeah, man, you sure Charles and Hope?
And Hope. If Charles won't open, which is the other person who can open? Atenes can open.
Well, he's the number 3 batsman in Test.
All right, me have to sit down and mull it over. But for me, we suppose they can beat South Africa with themselves.
The bottom line now, we expect this West Indies team to win this T20.
Yes.
One last thing to a caller. Please do not fret about Jamaica qualifying with the quality. Look at the talent level. Worse we heard about Mason Greenwood and Reece Nelson coming in. Isaac Hayden, Leon Bailey, now the coach might decide to bring him back. I see us qualifying the top 3. I don't know why. He has to give you, he has to give you the football reasons why he's fretting so much, unless he knows something about these other teams that we don't know.
I like the fact that you're the eternal optimist where our chances are.
Practical. There's no USA, Mexico, and Canada. You must be an optimist. If you're a Reggae Boys fan, why would you not be optimist? If Mexico and USA and Canada was there now for the top 3, then we'd have fret.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Stop it.
All right, sir.
Unless they know something about, because the last time we played Panama, we beat them. Unless they know something about these teams, Honduras and Panama, that we don't know.
My name's they're afraid of Guatemala and Panama and Costa Rica.
What do they know about Guatemala to be afraid of Guatemala? Unless you know what they're talking about, Orville, the type of football that we Jamaicans love, that possession. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, and because we're going at the Gold Cup and whenever the well, but then again the teams we are between at the Gold Cup and the team we are exactly.
Thank you. That's Ecuador and these teams in South America. But what I get from them when I talk to them is about the type of football more than the results, you know.
Yeah. Well.
And I had to remind them at the park when I was there. If you watch 98, Linval Dixon and Pepper Goodison are playing a ball in a back balance.
They're not playing a ball.
No, pass it around the defense. Oh. They used to play a more direct system on the wing and the wing backs them and get, you know.
Not everybody was direct in that squad, though, you know. The brother when he Peter Cargill.
I'm saying, hold on, before coming here, I bring in your parameters, you know. This thing about defenders and play it out of the defense, that didn't exist in 98.
No, I don't necessarily agree with you. Them used to pass it to Peter Cargill. Peter Cargill used to knock it back.
Cargill was not a defender. I said Pepper Goodison and Linval Dixon were not passing the ball out of defense.
What them do? Used to kick it long?
Cargill is a defensive midfielder.
Them used to kick it long?
They give it to Cargill too.
Yeah.
But Cargill is a midfielder. I said defenders.
No, what you said the defenders never do?
Eh?
What you said the defenders never do in that 90s?
I said I didn't see Linval Dixon and Pepper Goodison and Tati Brown passing the ball out of the defense with each other then. Passing to each other.
They would sometimes.
But well, what I saw is, well, I mean, come on, you said the argue exception, you know, where the man said to you, you famous disciple, your disciple is the best, you know.
Yeah.
So you tell us, talk for yourself as a disciple, go tell us. Don't include they go in the us sports, please.
All right, I hear you.
But I think what is beating us, and we might see it if these other players come in, is that type of football that we love to see. You know, even Panama and these Central Americans and the South American type of ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's what they're talking. I think that's what they're worried about. Because they look at possession, you know, and the playing of the ball, and, you know, that makes you a better team. But I'm confident about this team qualifying with the quality.
All right. Big up to you
say no more.
To your enthusiasm.
Yeah, man, say no more, yeah.
Cool. One more, Nick. We're coming up to the break, the 3:30 break. For the last half an hour, I could squeeze in one new call. So somebody out there is listening who never called the program before. Do that now. The number is 876. So we know that already. So you don't even have to think about that. 876. And then you can get us at 968-8170. Basic thing that if you're outside, listen regularly, never call. We'd appreciate if you can take up your phone right now and call 8117 so that we can talk some sports. We're coming back right after.
Tell me something. How you stay on top of your mortgage?
Well, I set up a standing order at my bank. It is easy, it is automatic, and I don't have to worry about spending it on other things.
Everybody needs a plan. Make one, stick to it, and pay on time. And that way you keep the keys to your home.
We are the MHD, the key to your home.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Do you want the keys to discovering your God-given purpose? Would you like a strategy to fulfill your unique destiny on earth? How about a map to help you navigate the twists and turns on your journey of life? Do you, don't you, will you, won't you? If I coax you, would you want to? Don't you want to? Aren't you going to? Oh, come on, you said you would. Hey, this is Everton Thomas, your friend, your bishop, from the Emmanuel Apostolic Church International with headquarters at 12 Slide Road in Kingston, Jamaica. And I'm inviting you to join me this and every Friday at 11 a.m. right here on this station for Insights, inspiring conversations for everyday life. That's Insights, Fridays at 11 a.m. God bless you now. Stay awesome.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. The pitchers for the first four matches at New York's Nassau County Stadium during the Men's T20 World Cup 2024, as well as the one for the semi-final between Afghanistan and South Africa at the Brian Lara Academy in Tarouba, have been rated unsatisfactory by the ICC. The verdict comes nearly 2 months after the tournament, which India won by beating South Africa in the final. In those two games in New York, Sri Lanka were bowled out for 77 against South Africa on June 3, and Ireland were shut out for 96 by India 2 days later. In the second game, a number of players from the two sides copped blows on the body as a result of the uneven surface. Rohit Sharma had to retire hurt as a precautionary measure after being hit on the upper arm. That then is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we have some text that we'll take in just a little while, but we take them now, or we go to... Oh, take the text them now. We're coming to the calls in just a little bit. All right, here we go.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Good afternoon, Orville. Welcome forward. I endorse economists. Big up of Andrew Thomas, the unsung hero at Cavaliers FC, former student at St. George's. Played lawn tennis and played football at the club level, coached by Mr. Duncan. Also, big up the younger Everdeen Scarlett and assistant coach, my good friend, this is Fuzio Titans. Big up Fuzio Titans. Brandon King is still recovering from his injury. I read it in an article today. So this is Peter Garden from Mandeville. Yeah, we realize that is why Brandon not in the squad. Nick from Mobay says, big up correction. Big up correction. You're getting some love there. So, good afternoon, Orville. It is clear that the suspension on Leon has been lifted. The important question is not being asked. Has the player indicated that he's available for selection? This is something that would not need to be done in the public space. If so, he would only need to indicate availability if called up, which is what I get from what Mr. Speed is saying. And it would also apply across the board. So the thing is, no, so far as we know, Leon has not indicated anything about being available. But based on what our understanding is, he doesn't need to anymore. The path, the suspension has been lifted, and all players, when they are invited to the program, will have to now officially reply. So you can't use word of mouth or talk to around. Yes, so you now will have to say yes or no through some connections considered official, whether you're taking up the offer or not. Final one, or two more. Good day, Orville. Any update? Read the CWI VP saga. I hear there is to be another election for that post. I heard something while I was away about as in Bassarath from the Trinidad and some little things surrounding that. But I really wasn't following it. But if it's still an issue tomorrow, I'll definitely cancel the WhatsApp. And then one last one. I really do hope we make it to the 2026 World Cup after all the efforts. All right, so them one on the bottom now have nothing to do with the sports. All right, so make we go back to the call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hamilton.
Yes, Orville.
Yes, man.
You know Hamilton.
Who bigs this?
Yeah, man.
What going Biggs?
Long time in a year from me, General.
Biggs, a years you know call the program, you know?
True, man. Cricket guru.
Oh, God, man. Hey, people.
You,
Biggs is a man who used to play cricket with me back in Manchester. And the day. Biggs played senior cup cricket, left arm spinner and could bat. Biggs, when them tell us, say, we don't know about cricket, just tell them something.
Nobody can come to me with that, Orville. You know that.
All right.
As me know you know cricket.
All right.
Tell them to just sit down and listen to you.
Yes.
When you tell them about cricket.
Good, sir. Good, sir. Me and this man play for years.
From you, man.
Me there, man. Me there go and do what I do, you know?
Feel a bit sick out still, you know.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, man. Stage 3 kidney and enlarged heart. All kind of something. But to God be the glory. Yeah, man. Me hang on in there.
Yeah.
Not giving up. I give me problem too.
Eyes I give problem. That's why.
Yeah, man.
Why big is a lot of issues here.
Bleeding and cataract. But I listen to you all the time. I try to get to the program, but more time I don't have enough credit. You understand?
Yes.
But today when me listening, me say, no, man. I have to call Orville. Mm-hmm. Because the concern of my Orville, I just want to ask you as the cricket guru. Don't Real Sanchez play test?
Yes.
Already?
Yeah, man. Rastan Chase not played poorly for test much, man.
I mean, viewing, you know, me know cricket so well Sanchez. If I was the selector, I would have him back in the test side, man.
Boy, the way the side I look here now, I probably would, if you know, would think that as well.
Yes, God, Orville, man. Yeah. Me know you know cricket. Me not ask that Orville, because you know we beat up all the big team.
Yeah.
We beat up enough man no know good a batsman, yeah.
No, them no know.
Them do know. They want to see behind this stump and reach up to all the players.
When me all a keep wicket, yeah, man.
Right up, yeah, not see.
You know, so one time a man see me a keep and say, Dujan have nothing for me as a wicket keeper. A man tell me that at maybe 19 years old.
Orville.
You had some people in Western Jamaica who think they're the best thing they've ever seen cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't even down there for a period of time in Orville.
Yeah.
Before I came to Manchester. I used to work with Meat Plus Limited as warehouse supervisor at one stage.
Yeah, man. I think I heard something about it.
When I looked, and I usually play cricket with someone from out White House police station. Big bats in them days.
No, man. Once you say White House, the cricket community.
We usually play
from back then till now.
Up Peter's Field, Westmoreland carry a whole lot of concrete strip. You know,
Yes.
playing at the league down there, bowling down on the concrete strip to it.
Yeah.
That's some little man when me say a bowl the farm spin now, a joke at that man.
Me know, man. You did bad for too big.
I went at Sabina Park, with Mr. Breeze, Philip Service, and I did the demonstration and play mechanics of cricket.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, big. Yeah, man. Them man don't have much for you for you in a year. No 2 ways about that. Mr. Them man, Mr. You.
Me say,
yeah.
You, when you, the Sunday, when you eat up under the stump, man, I will bowl down Greenville and beat them with the great Mackie Barnes and all of them, man. You remember that?
I remember everything, man.
You remember when they go a mile goalie again and back up 10 and the whole of them run them way down there?
Yeah, I remember.
And if you drop a pin down there, you could hear it.
That match them catch me a squealing, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you, hey,
when you back up Carl Thomas,
I want to tell you one of the sweetest game I played. You remember the 100 we make over DC?
Yes.
Me and Jason put on about 200 on.
That is true.
That's how you have a youth to play for Manchester. West, you know. I don't think he made the Manchester side a lot of games, but he was one of the big pieces of the parish.
Yes.
And West bowl me a ball and me push forward and get caught a goalie, you know. The ball bounce and goalie catch me, you know. Me got 9. but the umpire, the youth will catch me. The umpire give me out, you know. But the youth will catch me indicates the boy the ball drop. And the man, the cuss the man say, you can the umpire go out the man and you give patches a chance?
I remember.
At 109, I made exactly 100 more runs.
Yeah, man, I remember the match with Nelson.
Yes, around a Nello team. Him same one, man. Nello, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nello, I didn't Nello catch me and say, you know, carry. If not lie, you know, yes.
Yeah, man, then I remember.
Yes, man.
Quite honest, man.
Several times, I tell the boy, I wasting at the heel after that, you know.
Yeah, man.
And the man them say, boy, Nello, boy, you shouldn't call back. Oh, Nello say, I don't play. The man never out. Me and Nello are bridging still.
The play sound good.
Yeah, man. Boy, those were the days. Those were the days.
Nice hearing you,
leave your number with the producer, big. And I'll give you a rate.
Well, on little, make I say something to you.
Yes.
Honestly, in a night zone way, that don't show my eyes giving me problem. Is a new phone, new number, so I don't know if you can pick it up and leave it today because.
All right, yeah. Miss Biggs, take him number. All right. That is our brother name. Biggs. What Biggs first name? But this is Hamilton name. We call him Biggs. Proper left arm spinner. Played Senior Cup too, you know. I think he played for Kings back in. Met him in Manchester. We played for the same Division 1 team in Manchester. I was a professional cricketer when I Mandeville College. You never know that. Yeah, man. We used to get paid for playing, man. I used to Raymond Barnes. Oh, God, I mean, Raymond not doing too well. So, all of the city man, like all Mackie Barnes, you know, where I coach Manchester. And them man, if you tell about patches, proper licks inside get, but Mackie could bowl. Yeah, man. So, no ask them man about me. Patches was no joke. They telling us, I met the Manchester Parish team while not trade. Just step on the radio, I read about myself. Walton played against Greenville and defeated them with Orville Higgins making 75. Some used to call me. Anyway, where we going now? Break. All right.
Sheena Power Talk.
make you start to walk.
Get your aunties, get your uncles, get your brothers and your sisters, gather the girls, gather the boys. Sheena Lynn Hansen is on your radio with Power Talk, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. Tune in every Tuesday at 11:15 a.m. It's a Power Talk and a Power Connection. Power up your spirit, man, with Power Talk. This is your Damascus Road encounter. Come and experience a mighty move of God right here on Power Talk.
Sheena Power Talk.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not instant, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VMBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VMBS direct bank account transfer today. No matter step out, behind the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VMBS money transfer.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Uh-oh, mommy, the roof is leaking again. I just fixed the roof. Lord, deliver me from this problem now. It's what I come out of the cake.
I'm a genie, man. Relax. Genie? I come for grant you 3 wishes.
3 wishes? I just need 1 wish right now. I need this roof to be fixed.
Tropical Metal Products, man. The place for you. Call them at 876-765-9444. And them stock a wide variety of roofing and building solutions, man. So check them out, man. So you see I save your money so I can stay for dinner.
I never cook no genie food today.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we move on.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Higgins.
Who did?
Kappa, man.
Kappa?
Yeah.
You've called before?
Yeah, man. Because a long time still, you know.
A long time.
I'm used to tell about come on the boundary, square leg on the boundary.
Yeah.
A farmer we call all the while. A farmer we call all the while uncle, you know.
Oh, farmer, uncle. All right. Big up to...
Yeah, man. I always tell you about when Lawrence Lowe played the late cut and commentator say if it was in the later, it would close of play.
Oh, my God. Yeah. All right, Kappa. That is proper description.
You know, me man, me listen to you every day, man. And me listen to the next patient. What will I tell you? One little thing, Mr. Higgins, and a straight talk. You see, some of the callers, them just want to make things look too bad. You see, correction, I know, me just are listening. This man is more than the next patient, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And talking, and then everything was all right and nice. I think when do all the while, I'm listening. But you see, when you come and you know, in switch the argument, then I say, that man, like, you know, when some people are there and you don't want to mistreat.
Yeah.
Me not like that. The other man don't talk to me. And you and him are right. We to him know say the other person they know up 100. Him just see with that when he come in talk. Of course we are talk. We don't want no cross argument. You come now, all right, he will say, boy, ABC talking up under the station, but when he up there now, say that, you know.
Oh, I that him though.
Yeah, everything all right. But like you say, you know what I mean. Feel conversation not so hard. But him now say that when he up there, everything nice.
Oh.
When he come down and he might bring Twitter them an argument. You know that you have to say in a some that you understand. But that me not like that is not good enough.
All right, sir. Correction, take heed.
You know what I'm a cricket guru, you know, me I tell you for a long time about you know, I remember say your brother the Fowler.
Yes.
Me I let the fella and wicked you know.
That man, I'm a little brother man.
Me don't know them no man no get no good chance man, cause him play 1 or 2 little match. But them no give him no good run. My man used to beat up you cricket, you know, man.
Oh, God.
That's you know. I'm going to finding time, man. Because that time guys will want top team when I time the team, you know, because they go ball out step to 70 at the final, and we are say we're going with this one.
Yes.
They ball them out back to 18.
Lord have mercy. Which year this?
Now, believe me to God. That's why I mind with the Palmer.
In our final, them ball out stats for 70 and stats ball them off 18.
18, that I'm buried the on stage and I'm buried the guys who going with this one. You know, 18 man. And I kept him and you them Mignat. I mean, call him a child too. In run out for 9. 18. Because that time my mind.
You sure that was a
Palmer they used to open?
You sure that was a final?
Yeah, man, final man. I remember the protest level. One of them plays, they don't the way they do.
I don't remember that game at all.
Yeah, man, I've seen anybody, man. You see Palmer, they are going to tell you. Yeah, man, guys, man. Guys versus Statesman. Murphy and then you, them, man. And I want you to do the name Johnson, too. Well quick. And the boy come up and say, when they walk that they say, boy, man, I switch fire, he might get fear in that man, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like, you remember, and I never hear you talk about it.
Okay.
And, you know, one of my favorite players, when I hear man talk about enough time in a West Indies cricket, that has been Calicaran, you know, was a very good batsman, you know?
Yes, man. No two ways about it.
Me, Cali. That's the same. When the boys I used to say is one of the most complete batsmen.
Yeah, man. I hear Viv say something about Calicaran. I hear Viv say something about Calicaran one time, and I was reading Viv say one thing with Calicaran though is when Calicaran out and I come in. Viv say him is one man where you not listen to when him a come in. Because when him a come in and I tell you what going out on the pitch, man, you're not gonna make a run. Calicaran I say, boy, the pitcher takes spin or the pitcher bounce and the pitcher do all kind. Viv say after a while when Cali out and him a step, man, him just, you know what Cali tell him nothing, man. To put them kind of doubt them in man.
Yeah,
but Cali could back. Calicaran could back.
Yeah, Calicaran is good, man. You know, they make 12 centuries and he out 8 times 90s, you know.
I didn't even know that, but me know him
yeah,
could back.
Man, I tell you, I mean, I have no book in front of me. Me just tell you, right now, 2 minute cricket. This is from 1973.
Yeah.
Go down the line. Because I tell you, every captain will come here and every team, we can't get all the reserve player them in a 2 minute, you know. But in a recent time, I remember we won last year to him and them now.
Yes, I know.
I
know what you mean. I really know what you
mean. Yeah, so I can't believe him and they lose all of the matches. They are no matter what you see, I go on here, always listen, you know. You can't miss me, the boy, people always say, well, you can't, no matter what go on, you did it.
All right.
Yeah, so take care and big up.
Big up yourself, Kappa man. I love it.
Yeah, man. Me start calling regular again. My two, a number kind of slip me to a number change, you know?
All right. Well, you get back the link, you know.
Yeah, man. Big up.
All right.
All right. One love. Good.
You can know the veteran hardcore cricket fan, just a man you attack. All right, hello.
Hello, Orville.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? It's been a while.
Who did?
Michael from St. Thomas, man.
Michael, oh yes, Michael from St. Thomas. You've deserted us, but
no, man. I went through a state of illness, challenges, you know.
Oh Lord.
We're at our age, prostate issues and bladder stone, but God is good.
Oh Lord.
But we listened, but we couldn't participate. Anyway, up and running again.
Yes, man.
Listen now, Orville. I heard, I didn't know you were that good a batsman.
No, man, but it's special, man.
Well, we want to know if you're still special. So what I'm suggesting to the Omega family, couldn't we organize a 2020 match with your callers and yourself? Just trying it out. Or if not, you people organize a cricket festival. Because you have so much passionate callers as it relates to cricket.
We do.
Come on, man.
We have enough cricket, man. We could have farmed 2 teams.
Well, you have to get it. I mean, it's just the family, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just that apart from the November get together, we could also just have a cricket get together. We cook some curry goat, whatever. Just throw it out.
All right, I could. I tell you that I used to go do it, but boy, I don't know if I can.
Man, if you're good, man. Well, if they can rate you like Zidane, man, you don't lose it, man.
No, man, that was 19. That's a long time ago.
Well. At least remember you have the golden ages that are playing cricket. So,
Michael, I play a cricket match earlier this year.
Yeah.
I make 2. A classic 2 doing.
Wow, how long you stay at the wicket?
Me face about maybe about 6 or 7 balls from a classic 2.
How you out?
I'm on bowl, man. I'm on pitch up a ball and I say, God, this gone. Fire drive next thing me, click. Man, lick me stump, man.
The lovely sound of the wicket.
But the 2 we make included are nice. They could drive down the ground, The man them say if you train, but me now know if you train and them things because you see through after me left yesterday in the evening.
Yeah.
Me gone for the next occasion. So the time that they for put in
no
proper training, you know what I mean? But if I was training, I look on the Masters cricket.
Yeah.
We are going in a round. And if I was playing cricket regularly, you that me that be one of the stars of Masters cricket.
Well,
the level not beyond me.
Okay.
But the work, the need to put food on the table.
Yes, I understand.
As overtaken the love to play.
And one thing we have in common, me afraid of playing too.
Yeah.
As me going at the plane, me turn Christian. What can I say?
Why then could I tell me say the plane right safe till then
But
week?
No. Me can't safer. Me have control over that. But bro, when you're up there 10,000 miles up in the air and you look down, boy, can I tell you?
Big man, while the plane I go up in the air, the plane say and take off. And there's a thing on the back of the seat that tell you the altitude of the plane.
Man.
38,000 feet. And me I say, but when me I do, Pastor brother? 38,000 feet.
Boy, I know. I see the same sentiment. Anyway.
Big up.
Just a brighter side of midnight. You guys all the best. Take care of yourself.
Good to hear that you're on the mend and on the recovering state.
Boy, Orville, let me tell you. Oh, I need to share this. Men, anybody over 40, don't be afraid to do your yearly medical. I reiterate, I've turned an evangelist as it comes to men health and health care.
I know,
Please,
boy.
gentlemen.
All of our health challenges, you know.
No, but we have to. The only way we can know is when we do the test.
Yes.
The test is not a nice test, especially if you're a man.
Love.
But that's the only way they can find out family.
Love.
So I implore all men over 40, do your test.
All right, Michael, big up yourself.
Utter love, Orville. We chat
Utter
again.
love. Yes, my friend.
Good.
Hey, them thing are no easy for talk about and easy for do. But a real thing the man I say. Health thing is something where I've had my own scares in them. I spend 1 week down a key page. You know? The man can't tell me nothing, you know. So when a man tell me that I'm sick and having them challenge. And the wickedest part of recovering from sickness, especially in cases like that, is when you can't eat some of the things that you used to. Me used to love a thing named Dukuno. You know that's something there? Blue, whatever they used to call it. You can't answer that part of the radio. Lord Jesus Christ. Then I might think that, man, me can't even eat them something. Me a boy used to love my patty and my bun and cheese and me have to kind of give them thing they are. You get me? Me used to love the soda them and thing. Yeah, basically give up that. So we know it go. But the discipline for know, brother, can't do them thing. They take your little the way you have to do, take your little medication. And try keep yourself in reasonable shape. I do me little, and not go on like me I train for no Olympics now. But your daily little thing. I want to tell you something, when the doctor, one little short Chinese doctor that attacked me at the hospital, he said, "Mr. Higgins, that now your lifestyle have to change." And the man outline everything we have to do. and the possible consequences if you know the way you have to do. Him say, you got that, you got that, you got that, you might that. Then the man say, you may suffer from a thing called erectile dysfunction. Me I said, Papa, Jesus. And that's so the man grabbed me. You say, I try for walk an hour. Maybe, 4 hours or 5 times a week. But you know how the morning sleep go. Sweet, 5, 6 o'clock, Me do me look walking. All right, you see some 5, 6 o'clock. Me no want to get up in my bed. But then me think, erectile dysfunction. Hey, a fast, me put on all I said, but a man 2 seconds. Hey, after that, the walk easy. I don't know what 4 o'clock here people are gonna be. Big up to all of the people who call in today. Big up to the people. I think we have one new call, and I think 2 when I call very long time. So big up all of you. Join us tomorrow, same time. Big up Nick. Big up Miss B from behind the glass. Call us tomorrow, same time, same place. The name is Orville. So.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
It's now time for your hurricane tip, sponsored by Isratech Jamaica Limited, Master the Element, Tropical Metal Product Limited. We have got you covered. Kendall, just give me Kendall, the taste of quality. H&L True Value. Stormy weather or not, get your storm essentials today from H&L Rapid True Value and H&L Agro. And Etchken, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.